Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the Chop House Restorations 100 at Road Atlanta for Side Draft Racing League. This is Andy and the boys in the booth. It's Andy, Jarrett, and Bubba ready to bring the action to you all live at home from the virtual Road Atlanta. Hope you guys are ready for some good racing on a Monday night. How you guys doing?
Doing
Good,
good,
man.
doing good. Yeah, thanks for having us on here again. Even though this is our thing,
Yep,
excited
yep.
to see what this night gives us. Probably a lot of interviews is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I
A lot
think it
of
is going to be a lot.
a lot of in center care center interviews.
It could be. We are looking at tonight. It's going to be 40 total laps. Stage one is 10 laps. Stage two is 25 laps here at Road Atlanta. It's our first road course of the season, so it's going to bring a new challenge that we have not seen yet for our drivers. I think it's going to be really tough for the guys to go out there and run well. But speaking of something tough, if you got some damage to your roof or exterior, then hit up Restoration in Ackworth, Georgia from Chop House Restorations. It's a locally owned and operated roofing and storm restoration company known for its commitment to quality, integrity, and customer service. Whether it's storm damage, insurance claims, or retail roof replacements, Chop House brings a hands-on, trustworthy approach to every project. They specialize in insurance claim assistance and full roof replacements, retail and storm damage roofing, gutter installations, commercial roofing systems, new construction, and multifamily projects. So if you are in the Ackworth, Georgia region, be sure to hit up Chop House Restorations for your exterior restoration and roofing needs. Thank you for sponsoring tonight's race. That's a mouthful.
Yeah, shout out to
Chop
him, dude.
house,
I
It's
chop house
guarantee
is
you,
awesome.
hungry.
I've done some roofing in my day, dude, and I guarantee you, it's not fun. But I guarantee you got them crews come out there and they knock it out in a day and be done. It's nice.
Yeah, it's always good to have a roofing guy, no matter where you live, to know somebody reliable out there to take care of those needs. I know it could be stressful if you get the damage from a big storm, but if you get that kind of thing down in Georgia, then recommend Chop House Restorations. And rolling right into it, we're going to be looking at our driver roster tonight for SDRL at Road Atlanta for our 100-mile event. We've got the number 1 of Terry Vincent, the number 3 of Justin Day, the 4 of Daniel Miglin, the 9 of Chris Mackey, the 12 of Jamin Bernhardt, the 14 of Justin Mummel, the 18 of Danny Jackson, and the 21 of Bryce Keegan.
Followed by the 23 of Tyler Smith, 25 of Blake Hewlett, 27 of Brian Bozick, 28 of Brian Matthews, 31 of Michael Prince, 35 of Ryan Castleberry, the 40 of Keith Fallon, 45 of Austin Guerrero, and 51 of Stephen Blevins.
Followed by the number 57 of Austin Norris. We got the 64 Wesley Biggs, number 70 Brian Day. We have number 78 Jay Rush. We got number 87 Jonathan Day. We got the 87 of Dennis Orff. We got the 91 of Tyler Cad, and followed by the 92 in Joshua Westendorf.
Very nice. We're always excited to preview our drivers and their names every single week. And also going into it, we're going to roll into our teams. We've got the teams of Halo Optimal Racing, Hollywood Performance Racing, S2 Motorsports, B2A Racing, and Highline Racing.
And then we've got America Motorsports, All Day Racing, ACE Racing, Slower Than Dial Up, and Sky Motorsports.
Yeah, we've got a lot of drivers and a lot of teams. Last week at Texas, we saw one team kind of take the icing on the cake and be better than the rest, and that was Hollywood Motorsports with a fantastic performance from Keith Fallon and Daniel Miglin with the 1-2 out there. How about that performance last week? That was something special, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was a master class is a word I would use. That team just looked great, start to finish.
That they worked together out front, both 1-2 finish. I mean, pushing his teammate, blocking for his teammate, doing whatever he could. Since Keith got the week one win, getting Daniel the second week win at Texas, and hopefully, I guarantee it, they're looking for a third straight win here for the Hollywood Performance Racing. Hopefully, Jamin can get it done as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Rolling into our winners and losers segment from last week. Obviously, the big winner, Daniel Miglin, surprised us. We thought Fallon was going to give him a big challenge out front, and he worked really well with his teammate and had really strong pace. So kudos to you, Daniel. But the guy in third place that was there all night long, who I think we're going to be talking about tonight from my intel, is Terry Vincent. He is a privateer, the only member of his team. I don't even think he has a team, but I think he's going to get some bids after tonight's road course. I've heard Terry is quick at turning right
Yo,
and left.
it's the old Lone Ranger, baby.
Oh yeah, he had a good week at Texas, and I think he's going to be good on the road course. Then we've got Tyler Catt and Tyler Smith, two people that were also winners at Texas. Tyler Smith again faced the big adversity, got his way back to the front of the field after a bad pot of luck at at the beginning of the race, and was able to kind of rebound, rally, and do what he needed to do. And then of course there's the losers segment. Halo's Optimal Racing kind of highlighting that, especially Brian Bozick, who started on the pole at Texas and then only went backwards after, I'd say, the first 20 laps in that race after some bad luck there in the beginning with cautions.
Yeah, started the old nickname of the old Bozick Sway there, dude. So,
Yes, sir. Once he
yeah.
started swaying, it was like the flu. Everybody caught that. And then
Sucked.
Orf is another driver that I think the three of us has expected to see more out of. You know, Dennis Orf is someone we've all raced with together on Saturday nights and has done a very good job in the truck series that we run for Nocturnal. But to see him go out there and struggle, in my eyes, is surprising because he's someone that's very committed to his craft of sim racing. So I'm hoping tonight on a road course where more practice is going to do you a lot more than just an oval. I think we're going to see a good night, maybe a top five out of Orf.
If he shows up to the race, sitting here in the pre-lobby practice, I'm watching all of these cars turn laps, and once again, it seems to be another situation where he is not out on the track.
Uh oh. Well, hopefully Dennis could make the race and we could see him and get to see something out of him. And then another big loser from last week was Jamin Bernhardt, who dropped a lot of points in the standings after a rough week at Texas following week one. So hopefully Jamin could bounce back. I don't even think he showed up last week, so that's probably the big plummet in points. But being a member of Hollywood Performance Racing, I know his two teammates are going to have his back this week. So going into power rankings, we're going to start talking about that a little bit for week three. We've had kind of a steady, you know, stable top of the list with Keith Fallon, Daniel Miglin, Bryce Keegan, and Chris Mackey and Tyler Smith as our top five right now. I think that's pretty concrete. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
so. I
think
think
I think Terry's going to go up a lot. I think Terry's probably going to be sitting number 2 after this race just to show that he can
Ooh.
do the road courses. I think Tyler Smith is another name that's going to skyrocket whenever we see him perform tonight. But other than that, yeah, the top 6 you can shuffle them in any order. I think that it's pretty correct.
yeah, I would agree with that. I think Bryce is still going to be fast. I think if he gets throughout the season, I think if he gets a little more help from his teammates, you know, get out of that big loser, deficit. I think he'll stay right up there in that top 5, 6, like you guys said. I think there's going to be some other guys down there get some wins and shuffle them up, but those we're going to constantly talk about those top 6 all season.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the top six I think are set in stone pretty well. Tyler Smith is going to be slowly working his way up. I'm curious to see after Chris Mackey's Daytona dominance if he's going to be able to run with those guys over longevity. I think he's going to be one of the first we see drop out of that group and then maybe get replaced by someone a little bit farther down that's shown some struggle, kind of like Austin Norris or Justin Mummel. Some of those guys need to climb back up the standings. And kind of show what they're really made of. And then same thing with like Michael Prince down in 14th. You know, he showed a lot of speed last week at Texas, but his consistency hasn't been quite there. I think he had an issue where he had to drop out of the race. So I'm thinking longevity Michael Prince will work his way up there, but Wesley Biggs is a guy that we know is a good super speedway driver. So I know that a lot of these guys are going to struggle tonight, but when we get back to traditional oval and super speedway racing, we're going to see a lot more shuffling in this list throughout the season.
Yeah, I think Austin Guerrero's another one down there that he was showing some speed and on super speedways for sure, but always either got collected or just bad luck almost. But he was definitely showing some speed last week, last 2 weeks, I think, honestly. So, and he's teammates there with Tyler Smith and Ryan Castleberry. So I think they'll be all right coming into the season.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you on that one. It's going to be a good, kind of journey for these drivers tonight out on the road course. It's going to be a big test. This is a really tough racetrack. The conditions right now are not tough. The temperature for track is about 105, so it is going to be pretty slick for a road course, in my opinion, with 72 degrees ambient, overcast, a little bit of wind. So we'll see some slipping and sliding as they kind of make their way throughout the road course, and hopefully we see something special tonight out of these drivers. It's going to take a lot of practice, a lot of commitment to be good, at this track with big elevation changes as well.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
plays a big part, dude. I couldn't when I was racing the other night with these guys, dude. You can't see above you, and then it automatically goes down. And you're like, where do I turn? And until you get this track and practice on this track, it's hard to know where you're going and where the lines are. But
Yeah,
go ahead,
there's
Garrett.
that and just the momentum of these elevation changes. You can be going, the speed that you think you should be going in a straight line elevation wise, but whenever you start collecting all that speed and all that weight on that front of those front two tires, you start ending up in spots you don't want to be in.
yeah,
Just like on this.
the tire heat is something you really need to pay attention to if you're a driver that's not used to that, right? When you run ovals, over time you can feel the car slide more versus when you're turning right and left. It's something you're not going to be used to managing if you haven't done road courses, which is managing that tire heat. One corner you could have all the grip in the world through a carousel where you've got a high speed corner. Then you slow down to a chicane into a low speeds corner, try to go, and then your tires are going to spin out from under you, and you're not going to know what happened. It's like being on ice.
Yeah, I think another one of those big things is that long stretch. Everybody's trying to get up to speed and go, and that's again like Jared said, he's coming down that hill into the S turns. You're carrying a lot of speed. Fourth, fifth gear coming down in there, and you got to time that right, or you're going through the infield and through grass and sand and penalties. It's very frustrating.
Yeah, 100%.
Luckily, I don't have to drive tonight, so I get to watch everybody else do
Yeah,
Yeah,
it.
luckily.
Luckily.
another thing that is going to be a challenge, I think, for these drivers is getting heat into the tires after a green flag pit stop or before the green flag after the stages. Making sure the tires have plenty of heat in them to get going again could really affect you. A lot of guys don't practice on cold tires. What a lot of guys do at these racetracks is they run a lot of laps. They get used to having their tires with heat in them, and then over time they get quicker and say, "All right, I've gotten good at a road course. I've got my footing under me." But then the hardest thing is after you have that tire heat, is taking it away and getting used to getting heat back into the tires and warming up your next run. That's a big challenge at road courses that it's going to pose through iRacing, especially with newer tire models in 2025 from updates recently. So I think that's going to be a struggle is getting heat into the tires.
Yep, not only heat, but also it seems like with this track, if you put her out in the dirt or you put her in the sand and the rocks, your tires are just, these are NASCAR slick tires. They're not used to being in the grass and they're not used to having all of that debris on it. And that just makes like a snowball effect. If you miss one turn, you better be ready for the next one, or you better take it slow because it's going to come right out from underneath you again as well.
Yeah, absolutely. With all the challenges faced, I think we should get insight from a driver. How about we go ahead and dial up Tyler Smith, see where he's at on the racetrack, and try and get a little ride along with him and see how he's handling the racetrack today.
Yep, we will try to move him, and hopefully we can get him to get out of the pit box. Let's move him in and see what he says.
Yeah, we've got Tyler Smith shown on pit road. We'll see if we can talk to him. Tyler, it's Andy and the boys in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
All right.
Tyler.
That's okay. We will try with another one. Let me move him back and we will pull up. Try Ryan Castleberry.
Let's see if I can find Ryan on the track. Ryan, it's Andy and the boys in the booth. Do you got a copy out there?
All
Nobody wants
right.
to talk to us tonight, dude. Nobody wants
All
to
right.
talk to
0
us.
for 2. 0 for 2. We'll put him back.
We
All right.
are 0 for 2. That's unfortunate. We'll go ahead and show the tower. Right now we got Terry Vincent, who's the fastest driver on the racetrack, by a lot.
Yeah.
By a
It's
second and a half per lap right now is the number one Chili's Ride the Dente mobile from Terry Vincent, who seems to be the pro at this racetrack at the moment. He's really tearing it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. That's
You think
gonna be
Terry's gonna win it?
that's Terry's gonna be the winner, dude. He is.
All it takes is one guy not holding their brakes in turn one, and Terry's day is
I
over. Though.
know, and that's the thing. And we talked about it before the race and before we went broadcasting. But all these dudes that through the week are practicing these tracks and practicing this track, and they're all alone. They're running their lines. They're, maybe a little cooler. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when these guys get in the traffic and get bunched up, and that's where things are really going to get hairy. But last night when we did like a little practice race, and I got to be out there with them guys, and Jarrett was watching, he lapped the whole field minus one person.
Oh my god!
And dude, I mean, moving. It didn't matter if he was passing or not. He found a way, a different line, and could still run this track. And I'm calling it. That's my vote.
All right,
I
That's
Terry
my vote.
Vincent, huh?
I'll give you my top 3. I am so confident in my top 3 that I could probably give it to you right now and be 100%.
You sure about that, bud?
Well,
If
top
I was
3?
going,
Are we
if I
writing this
was going
down?
to go, if I was gonna go watch BSing Sports from our last week's sponsorship, and I was gonna make a BSing Sports parlay,
Ooh.
it would be Terry Vincent 1,
Okay.
Tyler Smith 2,
All right.
Bryce Keegan 3.
Oh,
That's
my
all
top
right.
3 might surprise you. I'm
Let's
gonna
see.
say we're gonna see a Bryce Keegan W tonight. Bryce Keegan and I ran the 24 hours of Spa together. Bryce and I turned a lot of laps in that race, and Bryce, I think, completed over like 65% of like the laps over the last 5-6 hours of our runs, and only accumulated like 5x. Like he had turned over 100 something laps at Spa and only got 5x, which is ridiculous. So I know Bryce is going to be clean. I know Terry's fast, but can he keep the car on the racetrack? I know Bryce can, and if Terry has an issue, or if he tries to flip a stage and gets stuck in traffic, what's going to happen? The next driver I'm going to pick is going to be Michael Prince as a dark horse in 4th. He's a guy that needs to have a big, comeback after last week. He's probably disappointed after Texas, having to leave that race early after getting involved in a wreck. And then I'm also going to pick Tyler Smith.
Yeah, see, Tyler Smith's tenacity to just grind out laps is what makes me think P2's for him.
Yeah.
That man, he even if he qualifies, let's say he qualifies P6, and that's not a very good spot to be in come, this road course, because the top 2 or 3 drivers are going to be able to run their line and be able to go. And I think over time, he's going to just slowly get his lap back.
Okay.
I think he has proven that too. And even in the super speedways, the last 2 races, he has been in the back, been collected in wrecks, and has clawed his way back every time. So you might be right. I got Vincent number 1. My other 2, oh brother. I'm gonna go Bryce as well. Bryce is fast.
Bryce is gonna
He's
be
just-
good, buddy.
He's my young buck. He is fast, and that boy knows how to race.
He can get in anything.
I'm-
He literally
I'm
got
go-
in the
I'm-
McLaren for Spa. He had never touched that McLaren, and he got in it, and he was turning laps almost as fast as me. I'm just saying,
That's
Bryce
what I'm
is
saying.
good.
He is a pure racer. Young buck is a pure racer, and I'm also looking at another one that I haven't really seen or heard a whole lot of. We get him every once in a while, but McClurg there in that five spot right now. I'm gonna take him just because I'm ready for him to. He's gonna make a statement. He's gonna make
Okay.
a statement this week.
I like
Yep,
it.
the father-son combo of Ryan and Nolan McClure have been running fast and consistent on these practices that we've seen the last 2 days. So I
Yep.
am excited to see them team up and probably be fighting for that P4 spot, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
I like
where
it.
some of these older guys that have been iRacing for a long time, just not on super speedways and ovals. This is where they're gonna shine
Oh
for
boy.
sure.
Who do we got up here?
Oh,
Hey,
Tyler Smith joins
It's
the
now
booth.
Tyler
he wants to
Smith.
talk to us.
Hey, we've got him in the booth. Tyler, we wanted to know if you could do a little ride along with us before the race and show us around Road Atlanta.
Yeah, I got you. I can do that.
All right.
It'll be on cold tires. I'm leaving pit road now,
All right. We got you.
but I can give you a lap.
Sounds good, buddy. How you doing out there tonight? You nervous?
A little bit. Outside of Terry Vincent being a missile, I actually think there will be pretty good close racing.
Okay. Yeah, you're quick. You're at the front, but it looks like the few guys from Michael Prince in fourth all the way back to P9, all those guys are within about a second of each other. So at a road course, that's pretty tight. And then as the field scatters on back from, the 10 spot, the times fall off a lot. So looks like the top 10 could stay close together.
Yeah, and we have I think stage one, or I don't think stage one's 10 laps.
Yep.
We can make it on a tank of gas with no caution. I mean, no pit.
Okay.
But stages 2 and the final stage are 15 laps long, and we have about 12 and a half laps to a tank of gas. So
Mm.
there's
see.
there's a chance for some ultra saving to no pit the final stage and win.
Oh boy.
All right.
I like it.
That
I
would
like
be
it.
that would be crazy. So we see you running incredibly fast. Do you have any strategy as a driver of just trying to get out front as early as possible and try to avoid all of the, 2x2 racing that's going to be behind? I kind of guess that's everybody's thought process, but let's say you come in at P10. What is that going to change versus you coming in at like P2?
So to be honest, I'm gonna qualify and hope to get up front to stay out of the mess. Other than that, race strategy, no matter where I qualify, will be the same, and it is simply to stay alive. Stay on
I see.
track, don't spin. Um, that's the big one for me, because it doesn't matter where I am. The corner coming up right now is the one that I'm gonna spin on. I promise you, at some point during the broadcast, I'll be backwards right here.
Well, that was
Well.
going to be my next question for you: is which corner on this road course is the toughest?
So it's that one I just drove through. These two are pretty easy, but you can gain a lot of time in this one right here because there's a massive straightaway.
Yep.
So if you try to get aggressive, you'll spin coming out of that corner. I've seen it happen a couple times in practice.
Yep. Yep.
But the one
You're
corner I called
mashing
out a
forward.
minute ago, and then coming up over the hill, we're about to get to it.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. This is a downhill, big braking zone.
Yeah,
Then you got to
downhill.
take a little chicane to the left there.
You're like,
That's tough.
"Hey!"
So that's not too
Meter
bad.
stop,
This
buddy.
though,
That's a
the car
fun
gets-
corner.
the car gets super light and has no grip coming up over the exit
Whoa.
or over
Yeah,
that.
that's tougher. And then
There
you're
too.
sliding there out of that last corner onto the front stretch. Holy smokes.
And
So Tyler,
no.
how much how much are you going to be looking in your rear view mirror as if you're
Oh.
in stop and go traffic, wondering if the car behind you is going to just completely slam into you? That's got to be a thought process if you're up in the front.
Oh, 100%. Turn 1 is scary. The blind turn 2, well, I think it's turn 3. It's like a combination of two. There's a left and a quick right, and it's all blind. Those are scary, especially for the beginning of the stages, because we'll all be close. But I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna look in my mirror, but it's something you can't really control. It's not like I can speed up the corner. I'll have to slow down as much as I have to slow down, whether somebody's coming up on me or not. So I'm not gonna say I
Alright.
won't be looking there, but there's not much I can do about it if somebody's coming in a little quick. So
A little too hot. Cold tires not getting stopped.
Yeah, all we can say
Yeah.
is Godspeed. There's nothing you can do, and looking up in that mirror just adds another element of things that you're trying to look at while trying to keep the car under you, which is why I expect a lot of people to really struggle, is because they are going to be worried about getting slammed into pretty early.
yeah, Yeah, it's gonna be a game of survival. You'll have some guys that are just quick and can get through the field and drive, but I think the big part for everybody is staying alive and staying on track.
Yep.
I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be trying to overdrive, to try to keep up
Yep. Once you
and
see the
not,
guy in front of you start to
yep,
open the
working their
gap, you
way.
might
Yep,
start. You gotta have the discipline to not try and push it faster than you know
correct,
you can go.
correct.
So
Well,
All right.
thank
gonna
you for
take a
your
lot of
time,
discipline.
Tyler. We're gonna send you back because I do see that it is qualifying, and I don't want to take any of your precious qualifying time away from you.
Let him
I
get it.
appreciate
Good
that.
luck, buddy.
All
Good
right,
luck,
yes sir.
Tyler.
Y'all have fun.
Like,
Yep.
bud.
All right, well, let's hear from Tyler Smith as we get ready to roll for qualifying in the Chop House Restorations 100 at Road Atlanta. Fastest in practice. Of course, the man we've been talking about, and we will probably be talking about more tonight, is Terry Vincent. He's running a 123.1, which is a second and a half ahead of the car in P2, which is Bryce Keegan. And then Bryce Keegan's a half a second ahead of Tyler Smith. Then after Tyler, the field bunches up in times. Then we're followed by Michael Prince, Ryan McClurg, Daniel Miglin, Chris Mackey, Noel McClurg, Brian Day, and Keith Folland rounding out the top 10 in practice. We're getting ready for qualifying now as guys are starting to get rolling. I think we take a look at Scary Terry tonight and see what Terry Vincent has got on his qualifying run. What do you boys think?
I could not agree more, and he is just now starting his 0 lap, so this is a good opportunity to see what he can put on for us.
All right.
And you can see him warming up his tires. I think this may be a far chase kind of ordeal to really kind of see where he's taking all these lines.
Ooh, I kind of like that idea.
I like
We
the
can do
strategy.
a
Get
little
some heat
far,
in there.
chase. We're gonna go ahead and pull up Terry's sector times as we are at a road course tonight. Sector times are gonna play a little bit more into it, looking to see who's might be faster in the first half or second half of the racetrack. But looking at Terry's times, I think he's gonna be the fastest in both.
Yeah,
Big.
and just having that 2.5 miles to really warm up those tires is crucial, and he took advantage of it. We'll see if some of these other drivers do the same strategy.
I wonder if they're stream peaking.
Well,
Oh, they
Because
can probably
that
sit there and watch. It's a
that
10-minute qualifying. It's only going to take you
yeah,
about 5 to do. So I bet you
I
a
didn't
lot
even
of people are letting him run first and figure out what it is he's doing.
that and what they need to beat for sure. Because I didn't even think about that. That's pretty. Here we go. This could be a fast lap here, buddy.
yeah, Vincent's getting this thing rolling as he goes uphill to start the slower part of the S's. Hits that bump, gets that car a little bit airborne, making his way now into the higher speed part of the S's. He's got that car pretty much wound up with a 12.584 in the first sector of the racetrack. Absolutely on rails. Terry's rolling.
Yeah, he's got that thing on rails and he is pushing it now, buddy.
The time
It's
to beat
gonna.
is Bryce Keegan right now with a 124.9.
And that's
That's pretty
gonna
fast.
put you pretty good. That's gonna put you pretty good.
Orf has set a time as well. He is here. He has set a 127.6, so about 3 seconds slower than Keegan.
It's just gonna be a battle of survival and hope you can get some points just from lap traffic at this point for Orf running a 127. Not going to be a very competitive time, I don't believe.
No, right now we're looking at Vincent fastest first sector, fastest second sector, third sector, not as quick as Bryce Keegan as he's making his way down the hill towards the start finish line. Let's see what his time is looking like. And
Oh
Terry
my
Vincent with
God.
a 123.1. That is going to be the fastest out of anybody so
Oh,
far. He
yeah.
is
He is
rolling.
almost 2 seconds faster than P2.
We can see
Oh,
the
brother.
sector comparisons here between Vincent and Keegan. Vincent is absolutely lighting it up on the timesheets. He doesn't even need to set a second lap, but he's still going to go for it.
Oh, I guarantee he's gonna
At
go
this
for it. He's
point,
got the heat in them tires, boy.
yeah, at this point, you might as well try to hit
Oh,
that
he ran
22.
wide. That's going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take a
In the
look and
dirt.
have a little look-ski at Dennis Orf. He's rolling out there.
Why did he put that photo of him in a cowboy hat on there? Why
Dude.
did he do that?
Love that.
Sounds like
Love
rodeo.
that.
Back in 94, you know. Down there in Warrentown, Missouri, dude.
I want to know
Yeah.
where you got a professional headshot taken with a cowboy hat on, Dennis. We're gonna have conversations after this race.
Dude, it's beautiful. Look at that glorious
Don't you?
photo.
No, Dennis. Don't you let him talk shit about you, buddy.
He's
And that
fighting
love
for
is
it.
the eighth
Dennis. That is
spot.
not generic photo number 4 that you see inside of picture frames
Oh, he's
before
got
you
a big
buy them at
slide.
Walmart.
Big slide's gonna do it for Orf. Ryan Castleberry. He's jumped to P3 up there, buddy.
Hey, he's been hanging low, dude. He's been not giving it away.
That was Sly. Look at that. Good
All
lap.
right. He
Brian
said, "Hold up,
Bozick.
He
He's
said,
done with
"Hold
his
up,
lap.
teammate. Let me show you how this is done."
Blevins is done with his lap. Danny Jackson's done. Newcomer Bailey Brannon. We haven't talked about him much tonight. Haven't seen his lap yet. Looks like he has completed it. So it looks like most of the times are pretty much set. Terry Vincent just entered pit road. Trying to find a car on the racetrack.
Oh, Michael Prince is running right now. That's going to be a fun one to watch because he's projected to be a P5 run.
Not seeing him on the track.
He's on his second lap.
For some reason, none of the cars are showing. I know why. I have it on a scenic camera. He said, Michael Prince is out there, huh? Now I've got him. All right. I was clicking through all the cameras. I was like, why can't I see anybody? And it's on scenic. My bad. It's still our first season broadcasting for you folks at home. Don't worry. We're still trying to
All right.
still trying to figure it out as we're rolling
What
right now
matters is
with
we
Michael
have fun,
Prince.
and if we have fun, the viewers have fun.
Oh, big slide from Michael Prince in that Racers Elite money car, and
Oh.
he's gonna just tap the barriers. I think that's gonna do it. Let's go ahead and take a look at Danny Jackson having a good little lap. He's putting that thing
man.
together. We'll see
He's
what
been
Danny
strong in that
Jackson can
T-Mobile
do.
car, dude.
Ooh,
I like
buddy.
that car.
Let's see where Danny Jackson can stack up against the rest of the field. That was a great lap. It's going to put him in 7th. Great
He's a
lap,
great
Danny.
lap.
Jonathan Day, it looks like the last guy out on the racetrack. He's in the beginning stages as he's rolling through the S's now. And that 87 black and red all-day Ford Dark Horse Mustang. I like the look of that race car. The black and red chrome. That's cool.
Yeah. I wish I could get some chrome on that on my cars.
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of buffing though.
Oh yeah, you're gonna end up being the one cleaning it
Oh
too.
no, there's the big slide from Jonathan Day. That's gonna hurt his qualifying run for sure. He'll be upset with that one.
Everybody's trying to push it, get up there ahead of all this traffic they know there's gonna be, and one little mistake on all these corners, and it's
Well, we still haven't seen a lap out of Wesley Biggs or Austin Norris. They have not shown a lap yet. Daniel Miglin looks like he had to abort his second lap. Michael Prince aborted. And then Nolan McClurg had to abort his second time around. Otherwise, everybody else got their 2 in. So, we'll see. Right now, we are going to be looking at Terry Vincent. He's the top spot. Fastest man, fastest runner. We'll see if we can see some more from him throughout the night. Might have to call him up here for a little interview for starting out front.
Yep. The problem with Terry Vincent trying to get an interview from him is he doesn't hang out in.
We don't have him in the Discord, do we?
He is here. He is in the Discord, but he doesn't hang out in any voice channels until specifically, messaged. It seems like because he doesn't want to hang out with anybody. Why would he? He's the pioneer, leading this by almost 2 seconds.
the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
Showing
The
everybody else how
Lone
it's done.
Ranger. Looks
And
like
a fun little fact: it looks like Keith Fallon is going to end up P6.
he's fallen. Fallon.
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 Yeah,
Don't make him come up here in the booth and yell at
Fallon,
us
he's
again,
going to
dude.
come beat you up.
I was gonna say.
Sitting in that P6 spot, I think he's another candidate of potentially getting a podium if he can just stay alive.
Yeah, so our 3 that we talked about was Terry Vincent, Bryce Keegan, Tyler Smith, and then one of my predictions, Michael Prince, did not qualify well. So hopefully he can race
looks
better.
Like he smoked a wall on his first turn, and then we saw the second lap where he also got another invalid lap where he put it out in the grass. So
Give him the
not
broadcaster
saying
curse.
that Not saying that there's a reason that you're not on the BSing Sports podcast for sports bets, but
Hey,
that would be a cold take, is what we call that, Andy.
all right, all right. I get it. We'll have to take a look at Chris Mackey's car tonight. I believe he is rocking a Chop House Restorations Napa ride. So next time we see Chris Mackey out on the racetrack, we'll have to see where he's at. But looking at our starting grid for tonight, it's going to be a good one. Terry Vincent, he's going to be the man with the plan at the front of the field, leading these guys off in row number 1. To his outside, we've got the number 21 of Bryce Keegan. Then in row number 2, we've got the number 3 of Ryan Castleberry, the number 35 of Ryan Castleberry and 23 of Tyler Smith. The two teammates finally making some noise here. Hopefully they can stay with it and get a good finish. Then we've got row number 3 is the 91 of Tyler Cadd and the number 40 of Keith Fallon. Then we've got row number 4, Danny Jackson and Ryan McClurg. And row number 5 is Justin Day and Nolan McClurg.
And then we've got Brian Day sitting in the 11th spot, Dennis Orff sitting in P12, and the inside lane we've got Jonathan Day, and then we've got Stephen Blevins on the outside in that P14. P15 we've got Brian Bosick, 16 we've got Justin Mummel, 17 is Bailey Brannon, 18 is Blake Hewlett. 19, we've got Jamin Bernhardt. 20 is Daniel Miglin, coming off that win of last week.
Then rounding up, certainly not, the leaders, but we can expect them to be in the front. We got Wesley Biggs on the inside at number 21. P22, we got Michael Prince. Seen him spin out in the qualifying as well. Had to reset. 23 position, we got the number 9 of Chris Mackey. Talked about his car. And then we got Austin Norris on the outside. Number 57 car. Should round them up. Talk about paint jobs. Dude, where's my boy Blevins in the Kubota car, dude? Little Kubota brothers.
Car.
Yeah,
Where's the
get
Kubota
him
car?
out there.
Let me
Get
look
him out
for him,
there.
dude. Blevins is in the Kubota car. Where's he starting at? Hang on, I gotta find him. There we go. A little rear chase action. Oh, it is a Kubota car. Look at that,
dude.
Very nice. I like the look of that race car.
Man.
Talk
That's cool.
about a hell of a paint scheme. This Chris Mackey Chop House car, though.
Oh, buddy,
Woo-wee.
you see it?
Oh,
see
I
it.
see it. It is sexy. With
Yeah,
the
that
Napa
thing.
on top, and then you see the side view of the Chop House and the just attention to detail that went in it with the stenciling of the stars. And then, of course, he probably has to put his favorite restaurant in the back with the Hooters sponsoring
Hooters.
as well. I heard the Hooter girls may be in appearance tonight.
No.
Ooh.
It's definitely the wings. We're just getting wings. All right.
Dude, if the Hooter girls are in town, I'm in. What are we doing?
Oh, me too.
But for
Hashtag
sure, looking at
sponsor for Hooters.
Chris Mackey's car. Thanks, Chris, for sponsoring tonight's race, the Chop House Restorations 100 at Road Atlanta. If you live down in Ackworth, Georgia, and you need some consultation for exterior work or some new roofing, go ahead and hit up Chop House Restorations for your needs, and they will be able to hook you up down in that area. So thanks again for sponsoring tonight's race. Looking out front, we can take a look at the number 1 Chili's Ride the Dente Chevrolet of Terry Vincent. He's going to be the one leading them as we get rolling at Road Atlanta. You boys ready to go racing or what?
I'm ready to go racing, and there was something that we made in the announcements earlier in the week that I totally forgot to mention during this whole pre-broadcast, or this whole pre-race show, is that Bryce Keegan donated $10 of his winnings of a hosted race earlier in this week to the winner of this race. So it is free money out there for whoever wants it. Whoever can
I
earn it.
forgot about that. I pushed him to the win, to the
$10
dub.
to the winner, huh? And oh, you didn't get anything out of the pot, Bubba?
Heck no, I didn't.
Oh man, you always gotta thank the pusher. That's like giving your O lineman a case of beer after the win.
Well,
Good news is, though, it is sitting in my Venmo account. So, if everybody
Ooh.
wrecks out, I think the broadcasters win. I think we get the money.
I like the sounds of that one.
I'm not gonna argue.
10
Oh,
whole
boy.
buckaroos. Don't spend it all in one place.
Hey,
Nope.
I could. Need reimbursement for this new headset.
In this economy, you can get one beefy 5-layer burrito, and that's about it.
Well, the pace car is rolling ahead of the field as they are making their way down the hill towards the start-finish line. Terry Vincent is going to lead them into the start zone, and they are going to get rolling for the Chop House Restorations 100 at Road Atlanta. Vincent showing the pace as he's getting a strong lead ahead of Keegan in turn number 1.
Oh, he's in the grass.
But he goes off. He goes to the grass.
Oh,
Bryce
no!
Keegan, he inherits the lead. What did I tell you boys about Bryce at these road courses?
Freaking
Surprise.
Turn 1, dude.
Turn 1. Did all of the pressure from all of these pre-shows
Uh-oh.
get to the head of Terry Vincent?
We got a crash. It's Justin Mummel from Mummel's Lawn Care.
Oh no.
Oh, boy.
Yellow flag
This
is
gonna
out
be
back
hard
there.
to keep up.
We'll have to take a look and see what happened to Mummel. Oh,
Ooh,
looks like
American Motorsports.
he lost it. Looks like he kind of sent it up the inside. Had some contact off the nose of the 89. He got that thing locked down, and everybody avoided him. But in case you didn't know, for road courses and
that's
iRacing,
the wreck we need to be looking at. The wreck we need to be looking at is right before him with the 1687 and the 27 car. Right before.
uh-oh.
So let's go on board of the 16 car, I believe, is who we need to be looking at here on what happened.
Oh, way back down the hill. I'm looking at the 27. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we can see a lot of guys kind of got, wound up there.
Bunched up,
In
collected.
that first corner, we can see the start of the race. Brian Bozick going behind the 87 and the 16. They get into the grass.
Yep.
Bozick gets through it, gets around him. If you guys get a little OA spin, and oh man.
It looks like the 87 of Jonathan Day just took that turn way too fast and just couldn't keep control of the car, collected the 16 in the process, and you know what it is about that Halo's Optimal Racing. If they didn't have bad luck, they'd have no luck at all. He gets collected for no reason.
Well, absolutely. Well, we got to get back and keep going with the action here because on road courses, it looks like they are behind the caution car. Holy smokes. So it was a big enough wreck to throw out the caution for the safety car or pace car. I didn't think that it was big enough. I was trying to get us caught back up. So,
oh yeah, what is it? For the sectors, it's like, whenever one or two cars spins out, but whenever you start collecting, 3 or more is when they're probably going to throw the actual car out.
Yeah, that's at admin discretion for full safety cars. iRacing typically doesn't do a full caution car, so they're probably going to do one lap and get it going again. See who's got damage in the field. They only got one fast repair as always. Looks like Nolan McClurg right now is down 14 spots. So he's probably got some damage. Austin Norris, so he's up 11.
This is how some of those guys...
Justin Day collected some good damage up front. It looks like that front splitter and that radiator is going to maybe slow him down a little bit.
This is how some of them guys that spun out in qualifying can work their way back up slowly, get another shot on these restarts. But these guys are going so hard into one to try to get that position and going into one. It's going to be a mess on these restarts right there for sure.
Yeah, so we saw Michael Prince, Brian Day, both noted for crashing. Brian Bozick went off the track. Blake Hewlett went off the track. A lot of guys just got damaged. It looks like early on, Justin Mummel noted for crashing. Bernhardt, a few guys that had some off-track incidents, but now they're getting bunched up. Hopefully we can get them rolling and going again quick here.
And another damage outlook that is something to look at is the 91 car of Tyler Cadd has, it looks like wheel well damage in the front left tire. So we'll see if that's going to wear that tire down or just slow him down outright and see what he's going to do there.
Let's see if I can find
Fortunately, on these
the 91
these
as
road
fast
courses,
as possible. Don't see what spot he's running in. There's Tyler Cadd. Looks like he might have a little bit of cosmetic on that thing.
Well, luckily with the road course, you don't have to be such... Aerodynamics is not so much important as the super speedways, for draft and everything. So
I got a whole
damage.
bunch of hypercar. I got a whole bunch of hypercar guys that would say otherwise. That downforces everything on these road courses.
Justin Day's got some big damage to the front of that Ford.
Right.
Looks like Orff, he had a car go across his nose. He's not damaged. Blevins doesn't seem too bad. Brian Day is all right. Michael Prince went off. His car is not terrible. Austin Norris, he's moving up in the field. Chris Mackey's moving up. Brian Bozik's got some right front damage. Daniel Miglin's beat up on the front of that race car. Justin Mummel seems okay. Blake Hewlett seems fine. Just kind of doing a quick little rundown. But then we got a car in pit road. That's the newcomer, the number 6 of Bailey Brannon. Looks like he was
So
involved.
I must say, talking about the tenacity of getting on roofs in that Georgia heat with the sponsor of this race with Chop House Roofing, Chris Mackey already between starting, a half a lap has already gained 8 spots.
True, buddy.
Yeah, he's up a lot of spots. Good for Chris Mackey. Doing pretty good right now and showing it out for Chop House Restorations.
These old pit crews are going to be trying to restore these daggone cars like they do them roofs, and
So
it
something
probably
to
won't be
note:
as fast.
the number 6 of Brannon and the number 12 of Bernhardt have used up their fast repairs. Just something to note.
Oh yeah.
Man, I think I wouldn't use that just yet. I think I'd hold on to that as long as this track is and how long it takes to get around it. A 3-minute repair is not going to kill your whole race.
Absolutely not. Looks like the cars are getting formed up now as we are getting ready to go green as they are making their way through the last sector of the racetrack. As you can see on the track map, the dots annotate the beginning and end of each sector, and then the red line is your start-finish line. So the pace car is off, the green flag is out, and Bryce Keegan is going to be leading them here on lap number 4 in stage number 1 with a big challenge on the outside from Tyler Smith as they make their way into turn number 1.
He's going to have to brake hard for Bryce, though, down and low.
Another car off the racetrack behind him, but Tyler Smith looks like he's going to take the top spot from Bryce as Terry Vincent is making up the lost time. Smith gets a little bit off the racetrack. Keegan now next to him through the S's. Bryce Keegan is going to give a little bit of a door to Tyler Smith. Smith gets a little wobbly, and Keegan's going to take back the lead. The kid throwing out the elbows here.
Early.
Yep, and you saw Tyler Smith check up right on that turn right there. That's the turn that he talked about in the pre-race show, that he knows that is not his favorite turn, and he is, going to probably check up pretty early on that just to make sure that he doesn't spin out, because he knows that one is not a good time.
Yeah, Bryce.
35s
Oh, Ryan
around.
Castleberry got sideways behind the leaders there. You can see he's trying to get that thing turned back around. Bryce Keegan defending as much as he can as he's got 2 race cars on his rear. Terry Vincent and Tyler Smith both in attack mode. Terry Vincent now getting next to the right rear quarter panel of Bryce Keegan on the long straight. Looks like he's going to challenge him big time on the downhill braking zone. Bryce Keegan choosing the left side of the racetrack to try and defend his position, but Terry Vincent beats him in the braking, and he's going to inherit the lead from Bryce.
Man, poor Bryce had 2 big old lines coming behind him, waiting for that top spot, as we got Blevins around in the S turn as well down there.
Looks like, yeah, Blevins is definitely spun around. He's losing a lot of time. The field is shuffling a lot. So Terry Vincent, after the first lap of this restart, has re-inherited the lead that he lost by going off track. Bryce Keegan is in second. Tyler Smith is third. Tyler Cadd fourth. Keith Fallen is 5th. And Michael Prince, what did I tell you, boys? Look at him up to 6th. He is up 16 positions on lap number 5.
Ew.
Yep, and you're starting to see it. A lot of these drivers that are not used to lag braking and not used to these kinds of road courses are falling out pretty quick. We saw one of the Day brothers just in the grass a second ago, along with the Justin Mummel car. Jonathan Daves.
McClurg's around.
McClurg is around. He's going backwards a lot. They've got the 69 stopped, trying to get that thing spun back around and going.
Yep, and it looks like the 57 car of Norris locked up his brakes. It's just, people are just trying to get around this track as quickly as possible, and it seems as if a lot of these fundamentals are going out the window, and people are just trying to get up there and in the process putting their cars in the grass.
Yeah, it's more of a battle for just surviving in the early stages of this race, in my opinion. It's something you really need to think about doing, is just kind of saving and playing the game smart here early, avoiding the wrecks, not doing anything stupid, keeping those tires nice and cool, and just slowly working your way up through the field instead of trying to be too aggressive.
I mean, Vincent is absolutely cooking right now, but I mean, at some point, it's like you said, saving. He's got such a big lead right now already. You know there's going to be a caution come out here, and the stage, like, I don't know, man. I would almost save them tires just to be able to, in case that Bryce or Tyler Smith comes up there and starts challenging you to have it to start pulling away again. But
Yes.
I think he has to look at these playoff points though, with this first stint being able to get away with it with the fuel without having to go at all. But yeah, there's no way that he's going to be able to run in front of everybody with no draft help and be able to save without pitting. And I don't think any of the top 3 drivers are going to be able to do that because they're all split up by about a second or 2 between each other.
yeah, for sure. And that's where, I don't know, I think I would kind of be, if I was out front like that, which I would never be against these guys. We're just going to make that clear. I think I'd be trying to save just a little bit. I'd be looking at my review mirror right now and be like, okay, yeah. I'm just going to save tires in case Bryce comes. Bryce is trying to catch him right there. You can see it on the stream. We got some cars going through yes turns back there as well.
57 of Austin Norris looks like he's got some trouble. He's going slow, getting passed by a few race cars. And I think the number 12 is stopped right now ahead of the leader. Looks like they're going to be running into some very slow traffic. The number 12, I think that's Jamin Bernhardt, might be going a lap down here before the end of stage number 1. Lap 7 of 10 for stage 1. So there's still a little bit of ways left to go before these guys are done with the first stage, if this stays green.
I mean, they ran 20 laps last night, and he didn't do it on any tires, but this is another thing that we didn't think about. Okay, maybe he wanted that gap and that lead to where he came into lap cars to be able to take his time, work them, and get past them without, Bryce and Tyler Smith back there breathing down his neck. So
yeah,
it's
the
all
gap,
part of the strategy.
the gap to Bryce, you can see, is really starting to grow. Bryce has pulled a little bit ahead of Tyler. He's got a 4-second lead over Bryce, and then Bryce has got about a 2-second lead to Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith really letting up the brakes there as he's going through the slow part of the S's. But Tyler Cadd down in 4th, starting to put a little bit of pressure on Tyler Smith for that 3rd spot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and if you're Terry Vincent, the only thing that can kill you right now is a caution, right? The last thing you want to see is Bryce and Tyler bunched up with you again. And if you can just sit here and, milk this lead half a second a lap, that pit stop, you could take a whole pit stop and, you'll be still sitting and, very pretty up front.
Well, I'd be looking at my fuel management and my overall strategy early in this race. I know Terry Vincent is extremely fast, but can he save fuel? Something we heard Tyler Smith say before the race is he thinks you could make it a very long way while saving fuel. So while Terry Vincent is putting down burners, how much fuel is he consuming on those laps? That's some very important data that hopefully the leader is evaluating over time.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is where, we get a different pit strategy from the speedways that we've been seeing this season and now thrown in a road course. And it's like now you got, on a speedway, you don't have to worry about tire wear and tire temperatures as much as you do on a road course to where, you're starting to manage that as well. And now throwing in gas too, to where you can make it, one stop or no stops for the second. You're good. Like
Tyler
that's
Cadd. Did you see that little late braking move up the inside of Tyler Smith going down the hill there before the left-hander? That was a great move, Tyler. Tyler versus Tyler, but now Tyler Smith is under pressure from behind Michael Prince. He is now the 5th spot driver trying to take up 4th. Maybe Michael Prince can be working his way towards 3rd as he is up 17 spots. And then behind Michael Prince in the number 6 spot is Chris Mackey, who is up 17 positions as well. As we're seeing a really good battle here for the 3rd spot between these drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you called Michael Prince. You called it outright. And that last caution, I said, be on the lookout for that front left tire of Tyler Cadd. And that doesn't seem to be giving him any issues in terms of speed or aerodynamics. So he seems to be just fine with that cosmetic damage is what we're going to call it.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good with that left front damage as we're seeing him get slowed up and passed by Michael Prince and Tyler Smith for the 3rd spot. Michael Prince has got around him now. Michael Prince is up to 4th. What was that about me not knowing about BSing sports bets? Huh? How about that sports bet, huh?
All
Look
right,
at him
there's a
move his
lot of
way up.
race. There's a lot of race left. Okay, okay.
18 spots in 9 laps at a road course is nuts. We're seeing a little
Well,
bit of traffic ahead of Bryce Keegan right now. Just up the road from these guys. Looks like there's a slow
There
car.
goes Hunter Prince. Hunter
Michael
Prince just
Prince
passed Tyler.
was
Tyler
able to get
Smith.
around Tyler Smith, very similar to how Tyler Cad got it done. It looks like Blake Hewlett is the slow car, who's a lap down in 22nd with a lot of damage to the right front of that Ford Mustang.
And our leader Terry Vincent is just out there, dude.
Yeah, he's got a
13-second lead, dude.
big
Ugh.
lead. Big
Yeah.
I want to
lead to
say that
Bryce.
he's not even pushing his car hard at this point. He knows that he could run probably another 0.3 of a second faster per lap, but why? He could run. He could run instead of running 2 seconds faster than the P2 guy. Just run 1.5.
Well, he's
And,
gonna have some. He's gonna have some pressure in stage number 3. Looking at the last lap time ran, Terry Vincent's best is a 1:23.8. His last lap that he's maintaining over a pace is a 1:25.5. Michael Prince, who is now up to third, up 19 spots, is matching Terry Vincent lap for lap over long run pace.
Boy.
So we might
and
see
you're
a good
Bryce
battle.
Keegan, you're starting to look in your rearview mirror and be like, who is this guy coming up on me?
Who just popped in my relative?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
what.
he is definitely popping up on the relative. He's starting to
Dude.
run down, Bryce. Look at this
He
pace.
is.
It's
Yeah,
lap
Bryce-
number 11. That's going to end the stage. Terry Vincent's going to get the stage win for stage 1. Good for you, Terry. Good speed out front.
If you're Michael Prince, you are happy about that last 5 laps right there. Well, probably more than that, but just to overtake, Tyler Smith and Cad and work to Bryce like he just did right there and catch up to him. That's pretty
So
impressive. That's putting it down.
the front group we were following: Terry Vincent, Bryce Keegan, Michael Prince, Tyler Smith, then Tyler Cad, followed by Keith Fallon, Daniel Miglin, Chris Mackey, and Nolan McClurg. I believe the last few cars to get stage points in stage number 1.
All right, do we want to pull Terry Vincent up now, or do we want to wait till he pits?
Let's wait till he pits because he's gonna have a long
Okay.
outlap. We get some time to hear from him. Yeah, Nolan McClurg. And then Wesley Biggs rounding out the top 10 for stage 1.
Hey, those guys
So
are
it's-
in the back.
Orf up 1 spot. He's in
He is
11th.
slowly gaining. I think
Ryan
if he can
McClurg.
just keep it clean, he'll end up in the top 10 for sure.
He fell down some spots. Danny Jackson lost some positions. Brian Bozick, he's up a spot. Justin Day, he's down 6 from where he started. Stephen Blevins has lost 2. Austin Norris up 7. Ryan Castleberry, he is down 15. We saw that big spin from him.
Lap number 1 wasn't what he
Jonathan
wanted
Day.
to do for sure.
Jonathan Day down 6. Justin Mummel down 4. Brian Day down 10. Blake Hewlett down 4. Bailey Brannon down 6. And Jamin Bernhardt is down as well. Terry Vincent right now behind the pace car as they're rolling through the S's. Go ahead and pick up the leaders here. They're going to have to pit potentially.
Yeah, I mean, they've only got 12.5 laps of fuel. The whole field's got to pit at this point.
I haven't seen anybody go down
And-
pit road. Is it open?
Not yet. Terry Vincent just got to the pace car, so now they're pacing and hopefully going to be able to pit this next go around. So we've got about
Copy.
3 minutes for them to get around this track.
Yeah, you could see all the cars there on the track map trying to get caught up to the pace car. Looks like they've got about half a lap to get caught up before the leader's going to hit pit road as we get ready for the battle on pit road here in the Chop House Restorations 100 at Road Atlanta.
How much would you be willing to bet that the pace car could beat somebody on this track?
No way.
Oh.
They're going way
Oh,
too
it-
fast.
It could beat me. It could beat me For
Yeah,
sure.
realistically, that's why I'm in the broadcast booth. All right, let's be honest. This thing, the pace car is not going to make a bad move. All right,
Right.
He could do all of the laps. All right, it's basically a. Are you going to blow your engine before the pace car can do the 40 laps allotted?
Well, Terry Vincent right now is looking like SVG Jr. dominating the early part of this race.
Dude.
And he does really well at ovals too. The problem is though, is he hasn't been able to finish. He has been collected in a lot of wrecks, and it's just unfortunate situations that seems to be happening with Terry Vincent, along with Blevins. Stephen Blevins is another one that runs really fast, and then is one unfortunate wreck away from ending up in the middle of the pack.
We're seeing Terry
Even
Vincent
at Texas.
leading
Yeah.
guys on pit road. Looks like a few cars stayed out, surprisingly.
Oof.
Looks like they're
Probably
getting
just
wave
trying to get their
arounds.
lap back. Yeah, they're just trying to get their lap back.
Yeah, maybe they already
Terry
had the
Vincent
fast
rolls
repair.
into the number 1 stall. Getting tires on that
Yeah.
machine.
Terry Vincent too. He was fighting with 2 teammates out front at Texas last week, and that's hard to do, especially.
Vincent gets the
As
race
good
off
as,
pit road. Bryce Keegan, followed by Michael Prince, then
There's Michael
McClurg,
Prince.
Tyler Smith, Miglin, Fallon, Chris Mackey getting off pit road in 8th. You got the rest of the group getting their way out of there. Looks like a good spot or a good stop from Orff.
Yep. Miglin jumped 14 spots there.
Holy!
Yeah. Yeah.
Big
Did he
mover.
take all 4? Or did he just absolutely crush
think-
his?
I think Miglin is just up 14 spots on the race. I don't know how many he jumped on pit road, but that was
Wow.
nuts. That was a lot of spots he made up.
All right, so it looks like Terry Vincent is just about caught up to the pace car, so this should be a good opportunity to drag him up, so that way he's not in any sort of, strenuous times where he needs to focus.
Yeah, let's try and hear from Terry. Hey Terry, it's Andy and the boys in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, congratulations on that stage number 1 win. It looks like you made it a little bit harder on yourself than it needed to be. If you want to walk us through what happened out there.
Yeah, going into the corner, just kind of missed my braking point since I never entered the corner from there. And just didn't want to lock up and go further off, so I just kind of let off easy and just slotted back in where I could.
Yeah,
Well, it didn't take you long to re-engage and get back out in front and start pulling away from these guys. That's for sure, buddy.
Yeah,
Congrats on
Thank you.
the pole winner too, dude. Looking strong, brother.
Thank you.
So we got to ask this next one. It looks like the fuel that you have would be pretty close if you were able to fuel save. Are you thinking about fuel saving, or don't give away too much of your strategy, but are you also thinking about, I could just get so far ahead of these guys that it's not going to matter anyways?
Yeah, I just sprint first few laps, build a gap, then kind of just settle back in to a little bit slower pace where mistakes are less available to happen.
right.
So I've just been kind of trying to run smooth, not make minimal mistakes and all that.
Absolutely. Well,
Is there any driver that you're worried about out there behind you? Obviously, cautions are your number 1 concern, but are there any of the drivers that are like, man, this dude's actually kind of keeping up a little bit?
I feel like if Bryce will start like running the same lines, he can kind of start to be an issue. But I feel like if I build a gap, I should be able to just hold him off.
alrighty. Well,
Heck yeah,
in
dude.
case you didn't see it on the relative, you got Michael Prince back there who's up 19 spots. So keep an eye out in the rear view for that number 31 car. He's right behind you in that gray and green Chevrolet, I believe. He had set some pretty fast times to work his way through the field. So he might give you a little bit of trouble this stage. But congratulations on the stage win and the pole. Hopefully we hear from you more throughout the night. Good luck and have some fun.
Good luck,
Thank
Terry.
you.
Yeah,
Yep.
Thank you, Terry.
I don't think he knows Michael Prince. Is that
I-
quick? He might surprise him.
He's gonna know here in a couple laps.
I know. Michael Prince is he's zooming through the field, but Terry's looking really good. I mean, I want to see a battle. I want to see something good. I want to see some sparks or a little bit of a show tonight. So we'll see which team has got it. Bryce Keegan though is starting next to Terry on this restart. We'll see if Bryce is a little more aggressive and tries to challenge, or if he just says, I'll get in line and try and learn from him before stage 3 and then try to give him some hell.
Yeah,
I think you just have to get on his bumper and try to learn that way as best as you can. I think running a completely different line on the outside of him is not gonna do Bryce any justice, especially with Michael Prince sitting right there. I think you have to try to force your way in.
Yeah,
I
they
think
are going
cold.
green.
Going green. Cold tires going into turn 1 again, boys. Here we go.
Bryce
Don't forget
Keegan
about that.
on the outside gets a little tight in the corner. Looks
Hard
like
break.
Vincent's going to be the first car that appears and leads him. Bryce lost a lot of time there.
He did.
Oh no!
And
Michael Prince! Yellow flag is out.
That's your boy.
Michael Prince let us down. Oh no. We'll see what happened to him. We'll see what happened to Bryce. We're going to have to look at this restart pretty elaborately, I think.
Yeah, he hit the bumpers and got that whole right side, both tires airborne, so that way when they reconnected with that ground, they were just spinning.
Well, the first car we're going to see in a turn number 1 is Bryce Keegan. He got to the outside there into the grass, and then he kind of lost his footing. And then we see the 16 and the 23 side by side, working up towards the hill behind Michael Prince. Looks like there was some contact between those two. Nah, maybe not. But then we see Miglin working up towards them. Chris Mackey seems okay. Bryce is okay at this point.
Even if it's not contact, just those swipe bys are going to take all of that momentum that you have just completely away from you, though, as well.
Little bit what looked like could have been some contact there between Bryce and the 40, but nothing too bad. But then the 69, I think, is where we see the start here. He caught the bump right on that curb. The 57 runs wide. Ryan Castleberry is just going to evade. We see 2 cars backward. Justin Mummel's going to skate through there. Danny Jackson skates through. Brian Day gets through. Blevins is through. And Prince, the big loser, after working his way all the way through the field.
That's disheartening.
Yeah, that's kind of tough luck.
To be able to work your way all the way back to him and into that stage.
I mean,
2 and 3.
At least he doesn't have damage. Like, he's not done. It's still early, but you gotta do all that work all over again. And he's still 6 spots higher than where he started. So it's not insurmountable. It's just, I gotta do it again. And the 18 gets off the track under yellow of Danny Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Don't know what happened to him.
You kind of have to think of this as just a mental hurdle. It's essentially them just sitting in stop and go traffic of having to constantly worry about their tire heat, where they are, who's in front of them, what line can I take, especially when you're in this group of, so many cars. And I feel like a lot of them just totally forgot that they put new tires on because they're just mentally getting drained from running this course.
Yeah, Jamin Bernhardt, I think he took a faster pair early. He's on pit road. I think he's getting the car fixed and some tires. He's leaving pit road now. I'm just amazed at all of the off tracks between the field right now. Leading.
It's just a mental hurdle that, like if you're not used to running hours on end at a road course, like this is, for a lot of these oval drivers, this is just, not fun. It's grueling. It's
hell.
It's hell. It really just beats you down to the point that you throw all the fundamentals away. You forget to shift. It happens. That's just something that we're going to see. People, forget to downshift or engine brake or Forget to lag brake so that way that their car is under them. And if they're not used to it, which a lot of these guys signed up for this as an oval racing, league, like this is just brutal for them.
Yeah, Jamin
Yeah.
Bernhardt is leading the field in one category right now, and that's off-track incidents. He's got 21x from off tracks. And then the next driver is Blake Hewlett with 13x from off track. And then Ryan Castleberry's got a 9x from the off track. So a few guys struggling to keep their car on the racetrack. There's a lot of 8, 9, 7x's out there just from off tracks alone. So that's hurting these guys a bit.
Yeah, that's what I think they just get bunched up back with these cautions and these stages, and like Jarrett said, they just get so amped up to try to fight for that position while everybody's there. They forget that tires and braking and all that do exist, and they're more focused on pushing that car limits where that car doesn't need to be pushing limits. Even when we were green flag there for a while at the end of that stage, temps were high, everybody's in their rhythm, spread out, and that's where, you get the green flags. But I think everybody just gets so amped up and ready to go when you're bunched up like that to try to get as much positions as you can to catch these leaders, because it's not
And
going to take long for Vincent to get out there and pull away.
yeah, and with it only being 40 laps, right? Most of these drivers are thinking 40 laps. That's not a lot of time to gain position. They forget that this is a minute and a half track to turn around, and that it's 2.5 miles long. Like, that is a lot of time. This isn't 40 laps at Texas, where it is actually a pretty short amount of time to start gaining positions. They need to just take it slow and steady. And this is one of those situations where you know the tortoise versus the hare. You may not be P1, but if you take the tortoise route, you're probably going to hit P10.
Yeah, get
Yep.
some of them points.
Pace car is rolling off down the pit lane as Terry Vincent is going to lead him as we get going green here. He's going to get a challenge on the outside from the 16 of Nolan McClurg as they get rolling into turn number 1.
Bryce and Fallon kind of
McClurg goes wide.
there.
Mackey goes wide. And Tyler Smith is going to inherit the second spot now behind Terry Vincent. Chris Mackey up to third. Haven't talked about him much tonight. Tonight's sponsor for the race from Chop House Restorations.
And that is a beautiful car. You mean can't deny it.
Good restart
but
from Michael Prince.
I
Noel
think if we've
McClurg
learned
going down the
anything
order.
from these restarts is that first turn after the restart is that outside line. You really have to have that car under you, because if not, we've seen Bryce take it into the grass. We just saw Mackey
Noel
and
McClurg.
McClure take it into not in the wall, into the grass. So you've got to be very careful coming out, and we're going to see it again here in a couple of minutes. That outside line is no joke. You have to really have that car under you, or else you will end up in that grass.
That was a big hit from Ryan Castleberry. That's what brought out the yellow, I believe. As we
I
see
hope he didn't ruin his
few
engine.
cars
That looked like a pretty solid shot.
Yeah, that was tough. That was a big hit.
Oh yeah, we'll
That
see.
may have.
As what you can't see from this view, and unless you're in a car, it happened to me a couple times last night. As you're going up that hill, if you're on it, that back end of that car wants to just come out and around. It's like your back end kind of wants to lift. It's like a bull bump right there, and it just wants to gets light. So if you don't feather the throttle coming out of that over that hill right there, she gets a little loose. She'll turn on you in a heartbeat, and it's once you start turning like that, you don't know where you're gonna go or end up.
Yeah, looking at a little bit of the team outlook at the minute, we're seeing a little bit of a showing from Merca Motorsports with Chris Mackey up there, and hopefully Justin Mummel can kind of renew what was lost. I saw him name a lot higher in the standings, but it looks like he's lost out a little bit. But Chris Mackey from Merca Motorsports leading the way. Sky Motorsports is having a pretty okay day right now. They kind of need to get some stuff together. Halo's Optimal Racing, Bryce Keegan is definitely on a tear. And then Hollywood Performance Keith Fallon, Daniel Miglin, the 1-2 from last week. We're seeing them in 5th and 6th right now on the road course. Maybe they can squeak their way towards the front of the field.
Yeah,
It's,
you have to look at Keith and Daniel and say, you know, like these guys know how to work together. They know how to talk. They know how to, figure out what it is that they're trying to do. Poor Jamin Bernhardt's already 2 laps down because we asked them, if they're going to try to push Jamin to the win, and he said, well, probably not this week.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it is fun seeing them up in the front, though.
But you
Yeah.
got Daniel. Those are, like I said, pre-race show. Those are 2 experienced guys that have turned a lot of laps in iRacing, and this is not their first road course, by any means. So slow and steady, maybe a little bit. Yep, staying alive. Wouldn't expect anything less from these two vets right here. Older guys that know the patience is going to pay off in this race.
Yeah, looking at our pit strategy here on the screen. First stint, they were able to get 12 laps out of the tires. We're halfway to that marker right now with 6 laps on the tires. Interested to see if these guys stay or take on pit road. Looks like a lot of them are going to stay out. Didn't know if we'd have any, takers and maybe go for an aggressive strategy to feel safe and maybe have a shorter pit stop after this one. Could take tires
Yeah.
now and then fuel later.
I'll tell you what, Jamin Bernhardt just decided, since he got the lucky dog or the wave around, it looked like he was so excited he was taking the grass to get around everybody. It's like, holy man.
Yeah, only
That was-
26 off tracks for Jamin now at the moment.
Mhm.
There is a few cars on pit road. Brian Bozick leading the way on pit road, followed by Wesley Biggs and Justin Mummel. Looks like they're going to maybe try and change up the strategy or get some damage fixed.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably going to be damage fixed because these guys are all running in the 20s, and there's only 24 cars on the track, so it seems like they're just going to take that time to try to get as much damage fixed so that way they can at least try to compete towards the end of this race.
Yeah, I don't know what Justin Mummel's doing on pit road. Looks like he was a little lost there for a second. Hopefully he's got it figured out.
Yeah, I think most of these guys, they weren't hard laps on these tires. And that's why I think a lot of people didn't go down and take tires. They really haven't gotten them really warmed up yet. So fuel would be the biggest thing, but I don't think you give up the track position right now with as many cautions but then again, you could, because they're going to submit another caution in one of these restarts, and you miss it, and you're right back up to where you were. So
Yep.
different strategies for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like when is the next stage break? Is lap 25, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, I believe it is 25. Let me go ahead and pull up our
Okay.
schedule. So Road Atlanta,
Oh.
it is lap 25. That's our next stage break.
Okay,
Yeah.
so all of these leaders have not taken fuel or gas this go around. I wonder if all of these cautions are
You can
just
save.
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
just
the thing.
enough that you're able to get around and not have any issue.
Yeah, not burning enough gas and saving tires, So really, it's going to be. I think the pace car is off. Yep. So we're green now. So you're going to have 5 hard laps to really push it here before the next stage break.
Yeah, we are now halfway through the race as we're going green
Tyler's-
again in the middle of stage 2.
Tyler learned. He's like, I'm not
Uh-oh.
going hard on this
Keegan.
outside lane.
Bryce Keegan hard into the wall.
Nice.
Oh no.
That was big
Tried to get
time.
into it. Try to get into it a little too early right there, I think.
Yeah, it's just another one of those outside lanes on that first turn after a restart. Tires are cold, you can't keep anything under you, and that car grabbed at just the wrong time, and yeah, it collected that wall.
Looks like Austin Norris losing a lot of spots now as well. Looks like he's got some big damage. A lot of smoke behind him. Don't know what happened to Austin Norris. Yeah, he got that thing stopped. He got sideways and had some big contact.
Yeah,
Another
and
16 off
Bryce is
there.
just having to limp this thing around. It looks like he's just going to have to limp his car in. There's nothing he can do now except eat the 2-minute time to get his car all the way around this track to get it into the pit to take his fast repair.
Yikes.
And there's a
This
big
thing,
pileup
this thing
coming
is
in
is
front.
struggling. He is literally going around the track at like 30 miles an hour, 30, 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, there was incident come down into the sand right there with Stephen Blevins ahead of him. I think Worf and Clud.
Blake Hewlett looks like involved in that too.
Prince. Yep, Jackson. A lot of things happening on this here back in the pack. Everybody's pushing, and
Yeah, you can see a few guys just avoiding Blake Hewlett as he got into the sand there. We'll go ahead back to your leader, Terry Vincent, leading him. Trying to bounce around and stay caught up with the action.
coming up on lap cars already.
Yeah, Terry's doing a great
He's trying to
job.
get his lap. Yeah, trying to get his.
Uh-oh,
It's
slow car there.
Yep.
Yeah, another Jamin Bernhardt off track incident.
He was trying to get his lap back before that restart.
Yeah, we're seeing Daniel Miglin now running down that lap car of Bernhardt, who's kind of in the way of the leaders at this point. Austin Norris showing it. He crashed again. Looks like he's got another issue for that 57. Ooh, from Sky Motorsports. Yeah, big slide. Tires are lit up on that car.
Yeah, just coming
Tough
out
night.
of it too quick.
Michael Prince just went off the racetrack. Don't know what happened there. Got back on, though. Michael Prince hasn't really been able to make up the ground as he is down in the order, trying to claw his way back up. But Chris Mackey and Daniel Miglin are turning some good laps. Not fast laps, but at this point, clean laps are good laps.
Yeah.
Yeah, clean is good at this point.
As we're seeing that battle for second with Chris Mackey and Tyler Smith.
Yeah, Mackey's coming up on him. I think if you're Terry Vincent, if you pole position, stage winner, stay out in front of all that, just be fast and stay away from it.
Yeah, looking at the points battle
right now.
A few of the guys at the top of the points, Keith Fallon, Daniel Miglin, Chris Mackey, Tyler Smith, a lot of those guys are towards the front. Unluckily for Bryce Keegan, he had that incident on the restart, so he is down a lot of positions as we're seeing the number 14 is slow right in front of the leader. Don't know what's going on there. He's stopped. Maybe we'll pick it up with Tyler Smith. The 14 may still be stopped. The 27 is stopped. That's Brian Bozick, isn't it? He's making his way back onto the racetrack. Looked like he might have had an issue. Lost control of his car, trying to get that thing back going. But right now, as you mentioned, Bryce Keegan is struggling for speed as the leader is catching him very quickly. Bryce is in danger of going a lap down, and now we've got another incident on the racetrack. Looks like
if you're Bryce,
Blevins
you're
crashed.
just sitting here hoping. If you're Bryce, you're just hoping for a caution, just something to get you back in front of everybody.
You need one right now because Terry is coming on you.
Yeah, Blevins and Michael Prince are kind of going at it as they were both marked as crashed a second ago. Prince is probably really frustrated with the 51 of Blevins as Prince has got more speed than him.
Well, Prince is still trying to work his way back up from that restart
Looks
hiccup
like
he had, and
the tires might be lit up on that thing, and he's just having a hard time getting grip under his car as he's going off track a lot and then kind of getting involved in more than he needs to. As Terry Vincent has got an easy time out front, just pulling away.
Yeah.
Big battle, though, behind Tyler Smith.
Oh, Chris Mackey and Daniel Miglin getting after. Or Chris Mackey's, he's trying. He's getting up there.
I think we've got a first retirement of the night. Blake Hewlett just jumped to pit road. Looks like he might have called it.
We'll give him 30 seconds or so before we pull him up, just to make sure. I don't want to jump in if he's just trying to take some damage.
He took a tow, buddy.
Oh, all right. We shall bring up.
We'll see what's going on, but we might have to pull him up here in a minute. Austin Norris has crashed again. Looks like that car is slow. as we're seeing the battle for second between Tyler Smith and the number 4 of Daniel Miglin.
All right, you guys are going to have to give me about a minute and a half. The producers are calling me into the next room over. I'll be right back.
All right.
Copy. Yeah, dude. I think Daniel's starting to show. Tires are getting a little warm. Putting some pressure on Tyler Smith right here for second is going to be huge. And Tyler said he wasn't going to look at his rearview mirror, but he's got to be looking at it now, dude. Because that
Yeah,
number 4
absolutely.
car is all over it. Chris Mackey kind of still there, but these two are kind of slowly pulling away from him and Cad back there.
Yeah, we're looking at Tyler Smith and Daniel Miglin here, battling hard for second.
Yeah, Miglin trying to get on the inside of him. Doesn't clear it.
Caution, yellow flag.
Yellow flag is out again. Is that the stage?
Oh, that is the stage.
That is going to be another stage win for the number 1 of Terry Vincent, as it looks like Miglin might have gave up on the battle for second, as we're seeing Chris Mackey and Tyler Cad side by side.
Yeah.
Coming to the line.
Tyler wasn't going to give up on it. That's for sure. Tyler Cad.
All right, let's see if we
Day.
can get Blake Hewlett in here while we wait on these cars to pit on the stage break. What do you guys think, Andy?
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea.
All right, that'll give us a minute or two while they go and hit the pits for the next stage break.
Alrighty. Hey, it's Andy and the boys in the booth. Blake, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Looks like you had a little bit of a rough time out there. You want to walk us through what happened tonight, as you are in the Not-So-Safe Infield Care Center for your review here.
Yeah, I suck at road courses, obviously.
It's not easy, brother. It is really tough.
That's why I'm in the broadcast booth, Blake, all right?
That's why I'm also here, buddy.
Yeah, I wish I was there right now.
Well, you're up here with us, unfortunately. Sad to say it. Looks like you just had a tough time, a lot of off tracks, a lot of incidents, but you're not the only one, so don't feel bad. It seems like a lot of people are struggling out there tonight. You were just the first one to kind of, I think, call it quits.
Yeah, I have 11 and a half minutes of repairs, and I don't think, obviously, I'm not going to be in contention. I
Yep.
guess I would have done a little better if I got this track earlier than 3:30 this afternoon.
Holy smokes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would have done it. But I promise you, there are a lot of drivers that have been doing this track for the last 2 days that we have been a part of, and it hasn't worked out for them much any better. If you're not used to it, it is not fun.
Myself
Would
included.
would you mind walking us through just how grueling it is to get around this road course versus an oval for a league that predominantly does oval racing? Is there just so much more that goes into it in terms of, looking where you're at, your lines, shifting, downshifting? Kind of walk us through that one if you can.
Yeah, so to start out, coming out of the pits, I don't know how many times practicing I missed the first right turn. And then there's a big difference between finding your braking zones when you're by yourself, let alone with a bunch of cars in front of you. So it's a lot of adjustments. I'm a lot better just turning left.
Yep.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all,
Amen.
brother? Well, we're sorry to see you pretty much retire the car for the night. We hope you at least had fun. Andy, do you have any last second questions before we drag him back?
No, I just wish you better luck next week, and hopefully it's a little bit easier for you out there as we get going to the next race.
Yeah, nice talking with you guys. I might possibly miss next Monday with my son's Little League, and then I should be a regular every Monday going forward after that.
Copy that.
Well, tell that boy to hit a home run, dude.
Yeah, I know. Go out there, have fun. Little league or kids always come first. So go have fun with him, and we'll see you in 2 weeks from now. How about that, Blake?
Sounds good, guys. Nice talking
All
with you.
Yep, take it easy.
Later, buddy.
All right. So now Terry Vincent is out of the pits. Our stage 2 winner again. We shall bring him back up.
All right. Hey there, Terry. It's Andy and the boys in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh.
Maybe he
Didn't like
left.
that.
I think he left. Hey there, Terry. It's Andy and the boys.
Oh.
Oh,
Did
he
he-
doesn't want to talk to us.
All right,
All
keep
right.
him out of here. Terry Vincent,
All
for
right,
stage
well-
2 winner.
Hey, he's locked in, dude.
He's locked
Yeah,
in.
He's like Andy. Whenever he's locked in, he don't want to talk to nobody.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Terry, it's
Terry?
Andy
Oh,
and the
he came
boys
back.
in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
there's Terry.
You were ducking us there for a second. Don't know what's going on.
I'm running the voice on my phone, so I kind of had to scramble with it real quick.
You're all right.
Okay.
No worries. You want to walk us through there? Stage number 2, as you got it done again.
Yeah, I was just like, feel like as long as I can stick with them out of turn 1, I should get them going into the S's.
Right.
Because I felt like I've had a pace advantage there all day.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't pit that whole go. Was it just the cautions that were allow you to fuel save to get you through that whole stage?
It was just the cautions.
All right.
Can't see
Well,
that. As long as you can hold them
Yeah.
guys off on a restart.
yeah, exactly. It sounds like as long as the cautions keep breeding themselves, which I don't expect it to change on this last one. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. How much fuel did you end up having at the end of that stage, if you don't mind me asking? Was it a lap or 2 or?
I think like 5.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
you had plenty of fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you have any other strategies for this final stage, or just trying to get out there in front again and letting her eat?
Pretty much, it's let her eat.
Heck yeah,
There you
brother.
go. Let the cougar loose, dude. Go get it.
We
It's
can't even
yours
say
to
hard
lose.
left. It's hard left and right, brother.
Yep.
And up and
Yep.
down
It's
like a
yours.
roller coaster.
Also, there is a $10 winners pool, I should say, for this week's race. Anywhere you're going to spend that $10, or you want to double it and give it to the next week?
Whoa, Jared! Don't be adding pressure in the middle of a race, dude.
You know what? I'll double it. Give it.
Whoa!
Give it
I
a-
was-
Double it, give it to the
Hey,
next
come
one.
on.
No way.
You
I'd
know
say
what?
you
I
need an
will
El
do that.
Presidente margarita from Chili's to celebrate the win.
I was gonna say,
I might
dude.
have one tomorrow.
Well, I'll
Dang.
tell you what, Terry. If you come away with this victory, we'll ask you again in about 10 laps and make sure that we'll double it and give it to the next one, and that'll come straight from the booth. That'll come straight from my
sir.
$10 of my wallet. Don't you worry. But you go out there and have fun, and you finish this one for us, Terry.
I'll try. Thank you.
All right, take
Good
it
luck.
Good
easy.
luck,
you.
brother.
You too.
He's gonna
All right.
double it and give it to the next one, dude. Holy
Double
shit!
it.
If he wins, I'm gonna take Bryce's $10 because it's sitting in my Venmo account. I, as a broadcaster, will double it and give it to the next one. And
I'll match
you know
that.
what? We'll ask
Let's
them
triple
the
it.
same thing.
I'll match it. Let's triple it.
Oh, dude.
You want to triple it?
If he passes it on, I'll triple it for next week. How about that one?
Yeah, and then wait until the next guy does the same thing.
Hold up, guys. Hold up.
Well, the pace car is off, and
Time
Terry
out.
Vincent has got the lead with 12 laps to go here in stage number 3.
Old tires. I bet you Tyler Smith tucks in behind him right here. Yep.
Yeah, he's having to play some
Yeah.
defense to Daniel Miglin as they're working up the hill.
Daniel was on his butt right there in the final stage 2.
We're seeing the parade of cars behind him. I think this is our best restart of the day. Everybody kind of being a little more respectable, staying in line. Maybe what we expected early in the race.
Yeah, everybody realized. Oh,
We got a car
teammates
slow.
getting into teammates. We got Bryce getting
Bryce.
into Halo.
No.
Bryce and Dennis. If they didn't have bad luck, they'd have no luck at all.
Oh.
Friendly fire, boys.
God,
Friendly fire.
no way. Oh, no. Bryce went off the track and just obliterated him.
No,
Friendly
it was
fire.
before that. You could go back a little further. Go back a little further, and you'll be able to see Bryce caught that quarter panel and then went off track to get out of the way right here.
Oh, yep.
And took it in the grass and then lost control. So
still
right here, he
obliterated
caught him, and said, "Oh, let me get out of the way." But
Oh,
Dennis didn't go high. Oh my! Friendly
Damn.
fire.
friendly freaking fire.
Friendly fire.
Hey, Speaking of on the move, man, your
You can say
boy.
Michael Prince again.
Yeah, dude.
Where's he
your
at?
Oh
Boy.
my.
He
He is
is
coming up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hole behind Chris Mackey.
If he gets another caution, he can still challenge.
Oh, brother.
I don't know if he'll catch.
He's
I don't know if he'll catch Scary Terry, but he's gonna be
I
up
don't know.
there.
I
he's
might be
not going to
changing
catch
my.
Gary Terry, but he's going to be battling, he's going to be battling Hollywood with Keith Fallon and Daniel Miglin, who's also running pretty quick right now.
Oh, we see the 18 get sideways, and then Ryan Castleberry went flying towards the wall. He's in the sand. I just saw Ryan Castleberry dart across the screen, not like
Oh, my.
everybody else, as he got sideways up the S's. Locked down the brakes. That was bad. And we're seeing Daniel Miglin and Tyler Smith now swapping for that second spot, battling hard here.
Finally got him.
Miglin's going to try and get up there and challenge Scary Terry.
Oh,
As Michael
dude,
Prince is trying to reel them
does
all
he
in.
wait?
Oh,
Oh,
no,
dude.
Miglin a little bit off track there. This is going to open the door for Tyler Smith and maybe Tyler Cad. Tyler Cad now is going to challenge. And here comes Michael
He's
Prince
trying. It looks
to
like he's
clean
going to
up the
have
crumbs.
it. It looks like he's going to have it if he can get around this turn and not get squirrely, and he does.
Look at Michael
that.
Prince, gentlemen. Here he comes. Start your engines.
Hey,
Oh, up the inside. Look at that move from Miglin. Trying to get it back in one corner here off Tyler Cad. But Michael Prince is there. He's looking as we're watching on the chopper cam. Look at Michael Prince making it look easy through the S's as he's challenging Tyler Cad on the outside. Tyler Smith has inherited second, Miglin third, fourth, Cad, fifth, Prince, and sixth, Chris Mackey. So we're going to pull up the battle box. We're going to see the
talk
battle
about
for
the
second.
old,
Oh, no! Sideways. There goes Tyler
Tyler
Cad.
Cad.
Oh,
Tyler Cad is sideways, and that's going to just about end his race.
Down and out for
here
the
he
count.
comes.
So Tyler Smith now leading this group for second. It's getting good. This is getting
Oh, yeah.
good.
But Daniel's coming back up on him.
Yes, he is. Here comes Miglin, putting the pressure on Tyler Smith.
Couple turns back, we had Halo's Optimal Racing. I don't know if they got into each other, but Brian Vokich was turned around and Dennis got collected again.
Oh, Michael
his teammate
Prince!
again.
Tyler Smith loses 2 spots in one corner.
Here he comes.
Oh, my.
And I'll tell you
Here he
what,
comes. I'm
Vincent's
changing my
lead
vote.
has not
You
grown.
can't change your vote. You can't
I'm
do
changing.
that.
No, I'm changing my vote for the driver of the day.
Vincent's lead is
Driver's
not
vote.
growing.
Right.
He's not pulling
I
away
don't
this time, gentlemen. He's running slow laps. He ran a 127, and last lap,
is-
Michael Prince ran a 125. Michael Prince is running down the leader quickly. Does he have a problem?
Oh, I don't know. Is Terry saving? Is he saving for
He has to be
tires?
saving because there's no caution, right?
Well, he's got- Unless
he's
the
saving
only
gas.
reason he was able to not hit Lasco was because of the cautions.
Oh no, Miglin sideways. Prince has to avoid him. What a move by Prince to get around him for second. Bad luck
what a
for Miglin there. Oh no, that's a catastrophe for Miglin.
Oh man, that's frustrating.
And he's getting that
Dude,
thing
that's
back
frustrating.
rolling again, and Michael Prince is in second. Oh no,
And
Michael
he
Prince,
spins
he's off
out.
the racetrack. He's sideways. No.
No!
Tyler Smith takes second
He was
again.
in his sight.
Oh no.
his sight.
He saw
What
him.
did we
He
talk-
saw him.
what did-
Keith Fallon gets around him now. This is nuts.
What
Are
is
you kidding
going
me?
on?
I can't
What did
believe
we
it.
talk about? The tortoise and the hare. Just slow and steady will win you or get you at least top 2. Tyler Smith.
Tyler
doing it,
Smith
being
is
as
trying
ready
to
as
run him down. He's trying to run him down. Chris Mackey's in third.
I'm not changing my vote anymore, guys.
Oh my gosh. If you haven't voted for driver of the day, you might want to hold your vote to the very last lap. We do not know what's going to happen here at the Chop House Restorations 100 at Road Atlanta. As now we're seeing Chris Mackey challenge Tyler Smith up the inside of turn number 1. Mackey's going to try and do it up the inside. He's going to move Smith out of the way. And Chris Mackey's now going to take the second spot.
Does it? He said, "Why
Chris
not for Chop House
Mackey.
Restorations 100 at Road Atlanta?"
Oh no, he
Why
runs
not
wide.
get on the podium, and why not chase down the freaking leader?
He got into the grass.
Oh, he did.
Michael Prince, though, is back up to fourth. He's almost caught these two again.
Golly, dude.
He is to the back of him.
He is moving, dude.
He is not giving up today.
Oh, brother. Get up there, Chris Mackey. Get up there, dude. Win your race.
Oh my
Win
goodness.
the Chop House Restorations 100, dude.
I can't keep up with this.
Oh,
Look
man,
at this,
freaking-
Michael
And
Prince.
Tyler's defending. We've got the 45 on the back bumper. That 23. He's trying to get in there. Michael Prince in the 31. He said, "I'm coming."
There is 8 laps to go. Terry Vincent has his smallest lead of the day, as everyone else might have figured him out as they have been waiting to pounce in stage number 3, as we are seeing a great battle for second between Chris Mackey, Tyler Smith, Michael Prince, and now Keith Fallon potentially making his way up into the top spot, trying to get onto the podium, as we have got 8 laps to go here at the Chop House Restorations 100 at Road Atlanta for Side Draft Racing League.
Holy,
get
Michael
good.
Prince. Michael Prince is a car to watch right now. He just bullied Tyler Smith out of that spot. Cleanly, let I say that. He sat there and just was on his bumper saying, "You need to get the hell out of the way."
pressure. Putting the pressure on.
Yep, and now he's
Now
coming
the
up
next
on
one.
he's coming up on Chris Mackey pretty quickly. This dude is pissed that he spun out a second ago.
Oh, can you imagine? He would be up there with Vincent if he wouldn't have did that.
Yeah,
If
he
wouldn't
would have
spun out,
definitely
he'd be-
caught
He'd be
Vincent.
up there with Vincent. Either that or he wouldn't have allowed Vincent to save if that's what Vincent is doing.
Vincent's
Yeah,
lead
you-
is
you
not
could tell.
staying strong.
Michael Prince is moving with a freaking sense of purpose right now. And Terry Vincent is trying to fuel save because there are no cautions to give him all of that fuel, so that way, like he understands, like, if this stays green, we're gonna have to freaking pit.
Absolutely.
They're running, dude. They're running him down. He's about to know who Chris Mackey and Michael Prince are here in a minute.
They've got about 3 laps of fuel left. Realistically, all of these leaders have about 3 laps of fuel left.
Oh yeah. Dude,
If you
this
have
is
not
gonna be- this is
voted for driver of the day, this is your time to vote for your favorite driver. It is getting spicy here at Road Atlanta as we are in the closing stages. We are
Oh, I wish
seeing
I
a
could
great battle.
I wish we could see
Oh my.
their fuel, dude.
We have
That
got
way we can.
Like I said,
30
I
responses.
know that they can get to 37 without fuel saving. So around lap 38-ish, they're gonna have to go.
Oh, dude, do you chance it and hope you have enough fuel? Just like
Hell no. If
Bubba
I'm Terry
Wallace,
Vincent,
dude?
I do not. If I'm Terry Vincent, I am not. Unless he has just been slowly fuel saving because he knows this track so well. But
I think he
Chris
is,
Mackey
dude.
and Michael Prince, they have not fuel saved one bit. They are battling. So if there is no
Yeah.
caution, they're gonna have to pit. So you have to
I'm
start
gonna-
wondering how many more laps can you do of this before. When do you go? That's the next question. When do you go? Do you try to say, "Hey, I've got a teammate behind me that's going to come with me, and we can draft around, and we're going to leave, Chris Mackey stranded"? Terry Vincent doesn't even have a team. What is he going to do?
I think he's saving. He has to be saving.
Oh,
And
he is.
If he's not, if you're Michael Prince, the moment, or Chris Mackey, the moment you see him go down into pit road, you gotta go with him. You gotta keep him in your sights, and hopefully you have a good pit stop. Don't miss your pit box. It's just in and out, because it's gonna be a fast one. Because you only got right now 5 laps to go, so you only got to run this racetrack 2 laps after you get gas. Oh,
Chris
it's
Oh,
Mackey
this lap
is
traffic.
putting
This
on
lap
a
traffic is-
defensive showcase. And now he goes wide. He's going to open up the door for Michael Prince, and now he's up to second. And now it's the battle between the leader, Terry Vincent, and Michael Prince through the lap traffic. With 5 laps to go here at Road Atlanta, who's going to get it done?
That
All
lap
gonna
traffic
get out of the way
should
for him.
save Chris Mackey, though, pretty good. That lap traffic should be able to get Mackey back, at least into the draft of Michael Prince, hopefully.
I don't know. They're getting their way towards the long straight. Terry Vincent has got a car ahead of him. And right now, Michael Prince doesn't see anybody in between him and the leader for the first time in a few laps. His eyes are going to
There
be
comes-
big.
They're coming up on the 12, Jamin Barnhart.
Jamin
And they're-
Bernhardt, if
they're
you're listening,
an
buddy,
hour and-
you got to get out of the way.
Yeah,
You're
coming.
an hour and 10 minutes into this race, and man, I know that this is grueling, and everything, but this is where you really got to start worrying about your braking points. You really have to start looking at fuel. You really have to start making sure that everything is tied up, because if not, you're going to lose this race.
Yeah, you got to be perfect. You got to be perfect for these last laps.
Yeah, looking at the sector times right now,
Oh,
Michael
yeah,
Prince
here we
is
go.
lighting it up
Oh, here we go.
over
dude.
Terry Vincent. We're looking at Vincent versus Prince, and Prince is about a tenth and a half quicker in sector number 1 on this lap. We're just going to see the time shrink as Michael Prince has got his eyes set on the leader with 4 laps to go in the Chop House Restorations 100 here at Road Atlanta. Can he get him?
I think regardless of whoever is the fan favorite, we're still going to have to get Michael Prince in the booth, no matter what.
Oh, now they're about dead
Right.
even on lap time. As sector 2, Vincent was quicker.
Yep, Jamin Bernhardt is
The
trying
12 goes
to
off, he
stay
goes
out of the
wide,
way.
and now he's in the way of Michael Prince. That's going to help out Terry
Oh,
Vincent.
back in the pack, there's a 3-car pileup right here. Hopefully
There
we can
is
get
a pile up on the front
Looks
stretch. Looks like
Are
the
they gonna call it?
64.
64.
I don't know. They're
No,
rolling.
back
They're
and
rolling.
going. They're rolling. Oh, buddy.
We are not turning away from this battle for the lead as Michael Prince was half a second faster in Sector 3 alone over Terry Vincent. The time is
He
shrinking.
right there.
He-
You can't overdrive this car if you're Hunter Prince.
He was a full second faster on the last lap. This time, Vincent was a tenth quicker over the course of the lap. They swapped sectors. Sector 1 was to Prince. Sector 2 was to Vincent. 3 Prince, and then 4 was to Vincent. The time between the two of them, about a tenth. Prince now just edging out Vincent in sector number 1. 3 to go.
I think Vincent finally looked at his review and said, "Okay, that's close enough. We got to
Yeah.
start going because look at the gap those two have put on Mackey and Tyler Smith back there."
Well, last lap,
Just now
Terry
come through the
Vincent ran a
S's.
125.6 and Michael Prince ran a 125.4.
So now you have to sit here and think,
6
like,
tenths.
they have to take fuel, right? There's no cautions to save you. You only have 12 and a half laps of fuel, so if you save, at most you'll hit, I don't know, 13 and a half, maybe 14, but you're going to have to take fuel, right?
The time is shrunk. I don't know about the gas right now. I'm looking at the gap to the lead, and it's the smallest it's been all race at this point in a run for Terry Vincent.
I know damn well Michael Prince has not saved a lick of his fuel.
No,
There is
he has
no
been-
way he has saved
he
a
has been-
lick of
Oh,
that
he's
fuel.
sideways.
He is
No,
out.
Michael Prince lost it. That's going to be it. If Terry Vincent can keep this thing on the track, he's going to lock it in. It's now Chris Mackey. Let's see if he can challenge. He's going to get around
he's
Michael
going
Prince.
around.
Got all of them.
There he goes. Chris Mackey goes wide around the outside.
man.
Michael Prince goes to
Hunter.
pit road. Wait, maybe you are right. Maybe they do need fuel.
Yeah, yes, they need fuel.
Prince
I don't
is
know
on
how they're
pit
gonna get
road.
around.
Oh, does he have a fast repair?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even collect any damage. He
But the
just
time
literally
lost
ran out
there.
of fuel. He pushed his car with 15 laps to go. You only have 12 and a half laps of fuel.
Well, last
There's
lap, he lost all that time, but right now Terry Vincent is coming up on a lot of lap traffic. A few cars stopped. Could be hindering him in his speed on this
Oh,
next
yeah,
lap.
right into the sharp corners.
Is he going to have enough to make it to the end here?
I don't know.
It's really
well,
what it,
at least
he's got to be looking at it.
Ryan
At least right
Castleberry
now-
stopped.
I can go back. You can go back if you're Terry. You can go back to saving. All right, let up. Try to get some gas saving right through here now until because now it's Chris Mackey. Chris Mackey is coming up on him, but there's a bunch of lap cars in between him and Mackey, Terry and Mackey. So I slow her down a little bit, save some fuel. Try to push.
Well, the good
it
news
maybe.
is that's what he's been doing for this whole stage. It seems like.
Yeah. It's like you said, Jer. It's Prince was balls to the wall the whole stage
After
3.
after
you
the
know?
big incident where he lost a lot of time, look at Bryce Keegan making his way back into the top 5. Talk about clawing back after that incident where he went off track, then he had that contact with Halo, and now out of nowhere, Bryce Keegan has made his way towards the front of the field. So shout out to you, Bryce. Good job sticking with it, buddy.
Yeah, he's like if he's one spin off away from still sitting in that top 3 spot. But this Chris Mackey, man, he is putting on a show.
Well, Terry Vincent is about a half a lap away from victory. He has faced a lot of pressure from behind. He's seen a lot of guys making their way towards the front, but every time they tried to keep up with him, they just couldn't do it. They either made a mistake, they ran off the racetrack, and Terry Vincent has ran a perfect race, in my opinion. Only 3
Ooh.
off-track incidents throughout the whole day, and right now he's just got to make it through the long straight and towards the start-finish line, and that's going to be it for Terry Vincent.
Cool, calm, and collected.
Cool
Yeah,
as a
and you can see
cucumber.
he's really just kind of letting off and just kind of letting the momentum take him down that hill. He knows just got to get enough gas to get, about another half mile and we're good.
Buttered across the finish line if you got to, buddy.
And Terry Vincent is going to ease his way towards the start-finish line, and he wins the Chop House Restorations 100 at Road Atlanta. He made it look easy out there. Great job, Terry.
Called it.
Oh yeah, okay, that was the real hard one to figure out.
Hey,
Tyler Smith
I was
is
the first one to
finishing
make
the
the call.
race in reverse. What happened?
Tyler.
Did he get sideways? Oh my gosh, down the hill on the last lap, trying to run down Chris Mackey. Tyler Smith lost it. Lost the 3rd spot to Tyler Cad. And he's going to roll across the start-finish line in reverse.
Oh no.
Oh, that's bad luck for
what a-
Tyler. He's just sitting there.
what a-
He parked it.
Frustrating freaking track.
Wow.
What a frustrating day for Prince and Tyler. Bryce was up there, then had the wipeouts on a restart.
Scary Terry has taken his victory lap nice and easy, soaking it all in after, I believe, leading almost every single lap of this race besides lap 1 and 2.
I think so.
Yeah,
'cause he had
it
a little
was just
hiccup.
that first one. It was just that first lap where he went outside and kind of got a little bit.
Second restart, he got it back.
Oh yeah.
And then he had a little bit of challenges on a couple of the restarts, but nothing that he couldn't handle. Michael Prince was trying to dial him in and then couldn't do it. And Michael
Chris
Prince,
Mackey-
I'm
He's out of
curious to
gas.
see. I'm curious to see if he runs out of gas before he can get back to do his burnout.
yeah, I'm surprised. I would have just stopped and not done a whole another lap. But I guess he just wanted to, soak it all in. Take one more lap around and take a slow
Yeah,
lap and
look at
enjoy it.
everybody out there with the gazebos and grilling and whatnot. Really just kind of breathe in something other than smog and smoke from these exhausts, and maybe smell the hot dogs and the brats that everybody's out there cooking. Look at them.
There's the smoke.
You gotta breathe it all in.
There's the
He's
smoke
good.
from Terry Vincent. He's going to burn that Chili's Ride the Dente Chevrolet down to the ground here on the front stretch after dominating the Chop House Restorations 100 at Road Atlanta for Side Draft Racing League.
Oh, dude. When
Well-
is our next road course, dude?
Driver of
Are
the
we-
Day voting has closed. And are you kidding me? It's a tie.
It's gotta be Chris. It's gotta
It's
be
a
Chris
tie?
Mackey, right?
It's a tie. It's a tie between Chris Mackey, who we will hear from, and Wesley Biggs. So I think we should pull up Wesley Biggs, since we're going to get an interview from Chris Mackey.
Do
Chris
we
Mackey's
want to
getting
pull up
pushed
Terry
by,
Vincent first after
Prince.
the win?
Well, let's
Michael
pull up
Prince.
the driver of the day. Let's pull up Wesley Biggs, and then we'll go ahead and do our podium rundown.
Wesley Biggs. All
Yep.
right.
Let's pull him up
Wesley
here.
Biggs.
Go ahead and find Wesley. Don't know if he had a great day out there, but he had a day.
I don't see Wesley Biggs as somebody to pull.
Well, then I guess we don't get to hear from Wesley. But you know what, Wesley? Congratulations on winning
Yeah.
half of the vote for driver of the day. Your folks whoever out there wanted to vote for you, so congratulations. Let's go ahead and pull up third place. Let's get Tyler Cad into the booth after
All right.
making a late move to get third from Tyler Smith. Let's try and hear from him. Tyler Cad, it's Andy and the boys in the booth. Do you get a copy?
What's up, Tyler?
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. We saw that you were in a huge battle for the second spot between a lot of guys there at the end, and Tyler Smith spun coming to the checkered flag, and you were able to pick up some crumbs and get a podium. And now we get to hear from you. How's it feel?
Yeah, it feels good. Me and Tyler were kind of right around each other the whole race. A few laps before that, I went a little bit too deep in a braking zone and got into him, so I kind of let him get it back. And then when I popped over the hill, I saw him facing me, so I was kind of glad to see that and get a top three. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of challenges it looked like out there on the road course tonight for the league's first road course. Seems like you had a pretty good sense of, your footing and what to do. Only 6 off tracks. That was the second lowest in the field tonight. So, seems like you did a pretty good job of just kind of keeping a good steady pace but keeping the car clean for the most part.
Yeah, I ran a lot of laps this week. I've really started to like road courses, and we've kind of been talking in the chat this week on Discord just about that. It's about running all the laps and staying on track, and you'll probably end up in a pretty good spot. So that was really my main focus. I got a little shaky there a couple times, but was able to keep it on track most of the race and get a good finish because of it. So pretty proud of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Tyler, I gotta ask, cause like you were running at your best, like roughly around P4, and then it seems like you would take a corner wrong, and then you would have to fight back through all of those stages. Can you walk us through kind of fighting from, like you were sitting P4 for most of that race, and then coming back and like having to really kind of dial it in and kind of walk us through what it is that got you back into that podium?
Yeah, so early in the race, I think on lap one, I got some damage. So there in that first stage, I was being cautious. I wasn't sure what my car was going to do, especially in that really long braking zone down the backstretch. So it's kind of being a little bit cautious and just kind of letting guys make mistakes in front of me. And then there in the last stage, I actually got off track and I think fell back to seventh or eighth, and just kind of told myself I was going to, stay on track, still try to make lap time, obviously, but just stay on track and see if I could get back up there with those guys. And I made a couple passes, a couple guys made a couple mistakes, and then I was kind of there to capitalize.
Hell yeah, because we did notice after that first, it's either the first or second caution that came out in stage one. We noticed you had that front left issue. Was that tire damage? Was that affecting that front left tire at all, or was that all just strictly cosmetic?
So that's what I was worried about. I couldn't tell. I clicked the spotter button. It said that I had a little front end damage. I think it was me in the 18 that maybe made some contact there on lap one. I could see that it was raised, but I didn't feel anything. But like I said, in the really on the back straightaway, that long straightaway, and then to that braking zone, that's where I was probably the most conservative with that damage because didn't know if wasn't going to have enough downforce to get slowed down or kind of how that would affect me. But then it was pretty short fix in the pit there at the stage break. So then the rest of the race, I was able to be aggressive. I didn't have any other contact or anything, so I was able to try to attack the way I wanted to.
Sweet.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thank you, Tyler. Congrats on the podium. You guys, you did a hell of a job. We were worried that front left tire was going to really, hinder you. It obviously did not. You did a hell of a race, and congrats on taking home a podium in the top three.
Yeah, thank you guys. You guys do a phenomenal job with this. I'm excited to go back and watch some of it, and appreciate you guys doing it every week. And looking forward to next week at Richmond. Love short track, so it'll be exciting.
Yes,
Is that a
sir.
little insight, dude? A little
Ooh.
insight. Love like some short tracks. All right. We see you, Tyler.
Yeah, we'll have to keep a lookout for you. If you really love some short tracks, we're going to be like, hey, this is going to be our guy. Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you guys. You guys have a good night.
You
Yep.
as well.
Congrats,
You
Tyler.
too. All
All
right,
right,
let's go
now
ahead
we have
and
P2. We have P2 and Chris Mackey.
yes, sir. Chris Mackey, it's Andy and the boys in the booth. You were able to get P2 and you won 50% of the vote for the shared split for driver of the day. So that's another cherry on the top there.
Heck yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
That's a fun race right there, guys. I hope it looked good on the broadcast.
Yeah, you
Oh,
were
well, I'll tell you
in a
what.
battle.
Yeah, talk about gridding from 23, which I don't even know that you put a lap time out. I know you didn't actually. No lap time on the qualifying, taking it all the way to 2.
Yeah, I was really bummed about that because like you can ask the guys on my team. I did go out and run qualifying laps, and I had a P2 lap, but my left side went off into the grass as I was crossing the line. It didn't count it.
Oh
I mean,
my.
I've had some fast
Brutal.
laps all week and was really bummed about the qualifying, but I mean, I'm a patient guy and was telling our guys on the team, like, just be patient, don't, all these fast laps don't matter. It's a long race, and glad that the stuff I was preaching could pay off.
You
Yeah,
nailed that one,
absolutely.
brother. It definitely takes some patience on this track, buddy.
You were
Oh
in
yeah, yeah.
a nail biting battle at the front with you and a lot of other guys. Michael Prince was back and forth getting throughout that group and had some issues. Tyler Smith had a late issue there, and there was just a lot of hard racing and then incidents, and you were able to kind of just keep it clean and get after it. So that's really awesome. You were able to get second after a big week at Daytona to kind of get your way back up to the podium. I'm sure that feels good.
Oh yeah, yeah. It definitely feels good to finally get a good finish because I know like Daytona didn't get the greatest finish. Texas, I was a little disappointed, and even tonight, man, with the second place, I'm happy, but I'm still a little disappointed because even though I didn't make any incidents, as far as with other cars, I made my fair share of mistakes on my own, and I definitely need to get back into practice and clean up some of that stuff. But yeah, that was a nail biter down to the end. I got past Tyler and went into save mode, and I mean, I crossed the line on the final at the checkered at 0-0. So it was definitely close.
I
Wow.
seen you getting pushed by Prince back there coming around for your interviews lap. And do you want to make a shout out for the for your Chop House Restorations 100 at Road Atlanta, dude?
Yeah, yeah, that was a big
Sponsored it?
thing too. I spent a lot of time this week trying to turn some laps because this is on my home track. It's not too far from where I live. It's not too far from where my company, Chop House Restorations, is based out of. So I was really glad to kind of take the car and be able to put it on a podium of a sponsored race like that. So if anyone out there, in the Atlanta area, Metro Atlanta area, needs a roofing company, go ahead and give us a call. I'm the owner. I'll be the one to deal with you, and hopefully our product on the roofs is as good as the product that we do here on the racetrack. So.
I
Well,
love it. Absolutely.
if if your roofing looks like that race car, I think you're in good shape, brother.
Hey,
That's a
hey,
sharp looking race car.
I appreciate it, man. Shout out, I'll give a shout out to JS Designs on the car. I get asked about it so I'm in multiple different leagues, and this is my scheme across it. And man, he really, really knocked it out of the park with this car, man. I'm so happy with it, and glad to be able to get some screen time with it.
Yeah,
Heck
it
yeah.
looks really good. We talked about that before the race. Jarrett made a comment. He's like, that car looks really detailed with the stars and the
And the
striping on
stencils.
it. It
That's
looks
what it
so
was. It was
good.
the stencils. It was immaculate. And then now, Chris, I got to ask, are the Hooter girls waiting on you back at the truck?
Oh man, hey, I've got a Hooters about a quarter mile from my house, and if we're gonna do it right, we got to go show up and drink some beers with some Hooters girls. So.
Wings and
No,
beer.
no. It's the wings. It's the wings. That's why we go to
Yeah,
Hooters.
ain't nobody
Yeah,
going there for
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
goddamn wings.
They got good wings. What you mean?
Yeah, they got good
Yeah.
wings.
Yeah. When I think of a wing place, Hooters isn't up there. But I tell you what, if I'm trying to look at some beautiful women, maybe Hooters is, it's up there.
While I got this time, guys, I want to say like 2 words real quick.
Yep.
I race in I was in 7 leagues, racing in a league every single night. I backed out of a few. I'm racing in 4 or 5 leagues right now. I want to give a shout out to Tyler and Ryan because this is by far the most fun league I race in. The product the broadcast team gives, the product the guys give on the track, the respect, the amount of work people are putting in. Like this is the most fun I've had on iRacing, and it takes a whole team to do that, from the broadcast all the way to the last guy on the grid, which was me tonight, sadly. But it's really a blast racing with these guys. And if anyone out there is watching this and wants a fun, good, controlled league to join, man, come join Side Draft because these guys got it going on, and we're just starting. That's the beauty of it. This league is just starting, so I can only imagine where this league is going to go. So shout out to Tyler and Ryan and Andy and all you guys in the broadcast booth. You guys are really, really doing a hell of a job with this thing.
Well,
Yeah,
we
thank you.
appreciate that. We're no professionals by any means. Most
trying
of
to-
us we fix airplanes for a living. So doing this in our side time,
Trying our best.
we have a lot of fun doing this, and those shout outs really do mean something, and we really do appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, hopefully I can. Yeah, we got a long season. Hopefully I can talk to you guys a few more times. I was worried after Daytona. I was like, man, we started off so good. I gotta get back in the booth somehow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, we appreciate you as well, sponsoring some races and everything too. It's being
great.
invested in it. Yep.
Oh yeah. Hey man, I told Tyler with the product we got, I have no problem putting my company's name on this stuff, and that's because I believe in the product that everybody's putting together. So, it is money well spent, and I really enjoy being able to do that. So,
Well, we thank you so much, Chris Mackey. Go enjoy that P2 with those Hooters girls. I would if I was there with you, I'd go enjoy a couple of beverages as well. Just
there you go.
on and just for the company as well, sitting out here at Chop House Roofing, which makes me hungry just saying it. It sounds like a really nice steakhouse, but
Yeah, we
we
get that a
do.
lot. I get probably 1 or 2 calls a week asking what my best steak on the menu is, and I'm not
Yeah.
even kidding.
All right, Chris, go enjoy your P2 after getting driver of the week, sir. You have a good night.
Hey, y'all figure out what the heck Terry's got going on in that car. Make
All
sure
right.
We're
you
about
ask
to.
him.
I'll
Hey, if you're
ask him.
still watching the stream, we're about to. We're gonna ask him what in the hell he's doing.
I gotta know, so I'll tune in right now. Y'all have a good night, man.
All right,
Thank you.
as
You
Hey,
well.
congrats, bub.
All right.
All right, next up is the winner, Terry Vincent.
Terry Vincent,
Terry!
the man who swept the stages and got the win here tonight for the SDRL Chop House Restorations 100 at Road Atlanta. How's it feel to be a race winner, buddy?
Feels good.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. You absolutely dominated. You waxed the field. Chris Mackey wants to know your secret if you're willing to share. I wouldn't personally. I would keep it to myself. That way you could do it again at the next road course if there's another one in the season.
Yeah, it's just be smooth,
Yeah.
patient.
Heck yeah.
Cut
So
the curb a little more than you think you can, stuff like that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So Terry, I gotta ask. So for the first couple of weeks, like within practice and qualifying, you seem to fall into this category of like running incredibly fast, and then like just unfortunate events happen to you that ends up taking you out of contention for winning a race. How does it feel to overcome that and get this road course victory, and then also try to propel you to be I don't know, maybe not somebody that's ending up in some sort of traffic that ends up ruining your night on the ovals coming forward?
Yeah, normally fast, but sometimes I get too ahead of myself and aggressive to where I start making those mistakes. I feel like I need to start backing down a little bit in those situations to make sure that I actually make it to the end and hopefully in a good position.
Yeah. Hey, Terry, I got a question for you. I need you to settle something for us up here in the booth. That last stage, about halfway through it, your lap times were kind of like sitting there even. You had Prince pushing hard, Daniel Miglin pushing hard, Tyler Smith pushing hard. Were you saving? And how much gas did you have when you finished?
So when we started that stage, I had around 11 laps.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I crossed the finish line with 1 lap to spare.
Let's go, dude. I
Wow.
knew it. I was like,
Yeah, we were. If you watch his broadcast back, we were sitting there, and we had to watch Prince go into the pits after he spun out trying to catch up to you, because we were sitting there. We were like, we only know that you have roughly 12 laps of fuel, and those dudes in P2, P3, P4, P5, they were pushing those cars, and you just seemed to be out there just having the time of your life, like. You can catch up here, you can catch up there. Don't worry, because I know that I have it. So I was almost concerned that you weren't going to have enough fuel to do the whole lap to come back to do the burnout.
I had about 0.5, 0.6 to spend at the burnout.
Wow.
yes, I freaking knew it, dude. I
That's
was like,
crazy.
you've been running, 13, 15, 17 second leads on these guys, and then right there when we were really watching that chase, it was 3 or 4. I was like, he is saving, and he is going to get to the end of this thing, and he's going to have enough. If it comes to a fight, Terry's going to have enough to pull this off. I was like,
Yeah,
last night, I was like, he's fast. I was like, I know he's fast, and he's out and clean clean track, he's good to go. You were my pick at the very top of this broadcast. When you go back and watch it back, I was the first one to pick you, buddy.
You were the number one for all of us. Let that be known. Yeah, don't try to say
Yeah.
you're the only one, Bubba.
I was the
all
first
right?
one.
Eh, I was kind of listening in. I heard someone say Bryce, so
That was me. I
yep,
goofed.
Andy.
I didn't really goof. Bryce was quick. He just had some incidents throughout the race that kind of slowed him down a little bit. But I didn't want to pick the same guy as everybody. I had to pick somebody else. But deep down, I kind of thought, we talked about you a lot through pre-race, so we knew Terry was going to be fast. And I have dubbed you officially as Scary Terry out front on the road courses. You've got 2 more this season, the Chicago Street Course and the Glen. Are you just as fast at those 2, or do you want to keep that a secret for the field to kind of worry about you?
I feel good at Chicago.
Okay.
When I was running the NIS stuff, running top 5 in my split, but I always ended up hitting the wall and
I
getting
see.
damage. But
Okay.
Watkins Glen, I've driven on so many racing games. It's like muscle memory.
Oh boy. Well,
all right, well, we'll go on
Yeah.
and fucking shoe that one in. I'll take
There
a
we go.
futures bet on that and say Terry Vincent's going to win that one. That's no big deal.
well, I'm pretty sure the
so-
Glen is the first round of the playoffs as well.
Ooh.
It's
So how
a round
much,
2. Yeah, it's a round 1 playoff race. Second race of the playoffs there for you. You can go snipe a win.
Oh yeah, how much road coursing or road courses are you doing in iRacing compared to a lot of these drivers that are strictly oval? Are you hopping in like supercars? Are you hopping in anything else, doing a lot of these to give you that kind of advantage?
I mainly do ovals. Eventually, sometimes I'll hop in like a GT3 or an LMP3 or like the F4 car.
Mm.
I feel like this car is kind of similar to a GT3
Yep.
in how you can like take the turns but less downforce.
I'd agree with you there. It reminds me of the GT3 Mustang just because of how heavy it is, how you have to be sensitive on the throttle, but then it really eats on the straights. But as I've noticed, the braking zones in these next-gen cars at these road courses are really tricky. And with all of this elevation change, did it just take extra practice or brake bias or, how are you so comfortable in all those braking zones? Because you really outbraked everybody tonight.
Well, when I first started driving the track, I had the racing line on just to like reference the braking points and like the line you're supposed to take.
Yep.
Yeah. And then just pretty much keep like adjusting the brake bias and try to keep pushing into the braking zone as far as you can before you like lock the rear, spin out, or miss the turn.
Yeah.
So I got
it.
one more question for you, just for me. So your car, it seemed to be under you at all times throughout the race, other than the one incident where you hit the grass coming out of that first turn on the caution. What is it that you're doing differently that everybody else is just so loose, and that car just never seemed to not be in complete control, and the whole just weight of balance just seemed to be sitting right under your driver's seat? Because every time we watch this practice, qualifying, and the whole race, that car was just planted down.
I did spend, so going to the race maybe just had like 100 laps of practice, including Friday and Saturday and yesterday.
Yep.
I just like mess with like the master cylinder size, steering ratio, and all of that.
Heck yeah.
Well, anybody watching, because I assume everybody's going to watch this interview back that is in the league because of how well you did. They're going to watch that back and try to do exactly whatever it was that you did, because your car just seemed to be so in control that even with your lap saving, like nobody could even catch you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
Yep, absolutely. Well, we're gonna go ahead and
Oh.
let you go, Terry. we're,
Okay.
we're bothering you at this point, trying to figure
We're all
out the
good.
secret to the sauce.
Hold on, I got one
we
more.
don't want
Oh
the
my
secret.
gosh,
We don't
no.
want
I
the
got one more question for Terry.
Uh-oh.
Terry's performance has been at the top of this league last 3 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Terry, we know that you're not on a team roster, dude. Is there any recruiting going on? Because you could be some value to the team right now with some team points, or are you just gonna ride it out by yourself?
If I'm being honest, no one's reached out yet.
Oh,
What?
no.
you guys need to reach out to this guy right here, dude.
Somebody
Oh my
call
God.
Terry tonight. The phone is gonna be ringing off the hook.
Yeah.
Good job, Bubba. Now his fucking phone's gonna be going off until
Now
2
we
I got
a.m.
you,
we
Terry.
ruined his week.
I have tomorrow off anyway. I'll be fine.
All right.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, thank you, Terry, for the awesome race and the dominant win. We're gonna let you go, bud, and then we're gonna close up this show as well. Thank you, Terry, for coming and hanging out with us for a little bit after the race.
You're welcome, boys. Thank you for this opportunity.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. From a great win from Terry Vincent as we are finishing up the Chop House Restorations 100 at Road Atlanta. Looking at the race results, your winner, who we just heard from, Terry Vincent, followed by Chris Mackey, then Tyler Cadd, Tyler Smith in 4th, Justin Day 5th, Daniel Miglin 6th, Michael Prince battling up and down the field, ended up in 7th, Stephen Blevins was in 8th, Bryce Keegan, after a few incidents on the racetrack, was in 9th, and then Keith Fallon, he was Fallon at the end of that one as he was falling down to 10th, unfortunately. Bad luck for Keith, rounding out the top 10.
He's gonna kill you because you said his name wrong.
I know. He's just going to kill me.
Yeah. The fact you said he's fallen down, yeah, you're done, buddy. You're
Oh,
done.
Well, he
bucko.
was
Keith's in
falling
the
down
booth.
the order,
We're
and then
getting
we've got...
canceled immediately. Good job.
All right. Well, I
Thank you.
tried to change. I tried to transition that. That was terrible. I'm sorry, Keith. I suck. Then in 11th is Danny Jackson. 12th is Jonathan Day. 13th is Brian Day. 14th, Ryan McClurg. 15th, Bailey Brannon, the newcomer, made his way up to 15th. Good for you, Bailey. Then we've got 16th of Wesley Biggs. 17th, Brian Bozick. 18th, Austin Norris.
So, just a little post race conversation I kind of want to have is the McClurgs. They were so great in practice, and I don't think we talked about them enough on what in the hell happened to them that they, started out so hot and then only one of them on the lead lap.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just a incidents racking and stacking throughout the race. To be honest, a lot of people struggled out there tonight, and I think that just
Yeah.
made a big part of it. So,
Yeah.
kind of.
And once you're in the middle of that pack, it's when one car turns, you're kind of stuck too if you're in a bad spot. So
Yeah.
sucks, and that's the frustrating part of it, buddy.
Yep. It's just frustrating. We saw a lot of incidents on the racetrack tonight, and a lot of guys struggle as we see everybody from Wesley Biggs on back 16th down to 24th, multiple laps down. We stopped at 19th as Justin Mummel, 20th Jamin Bernhardt, 21st Ryan Castleberry, 22nd Blake Hewlett, 23rd Halo Dennis Orff, 11 laps down, and 24th is Nolan McClurg, who didn't get exit interviews from a few of those people, but I'm sure they probably didn't want to hear from us after some bad nights. And that is
Well,
another
a lot of
week
those.
of the Halo bad luck. Another week of it.
Oh, another big loser week next week for
Another one,
Dennis,
dude. He just
I don't
can't
know.
catch a freaking break. And then
Oh.
Ryan Castleberry, we saw speed out of him tonight after a not great start to the season, and then he was involved in a lot of incidents throughout the track. So bad
Yep.
luck for Castleberry again, but I mean, the big winner, I think, is Chris Mackey. He made his way up through the field. He looked real good. He was cool, calm, collective. Terry Vincent, he did what he needed to do. After finishing third last week at Texas, Terry Vincent needed to go out there and just show force and say, hey, I am a top driver in this league. I know I couldn't get the win done last week at Texas, but look at me tonight. And that's exactly what we saw from Terry. And now every
Good call.
single road course for the rest of the season, everyone's going to be scared of Terry Vincent. And it's almost a damn near guarantee at the Glen round 2 of the playoffs that Terry Vincent is going to make the next round into the round of 8.
We call
You-
that
yeah.
a statement win, brother. And yeah,
There's not very many statement wins that you can do in this league because these dudes are ballers. These dudes race hard and they know exactly what they're doing. But holy, what a statement win tonight!
Absolutely.
and you have to kind of look at a little bit of what's going on here, and just like Terry Vincent is running very well on these ovals as well. He has to be a pretty good candidate on jumping pretty high up these power rankings, because he's a couple of incidences that he was collected in from probably running top 5 in a couple of these oval races that we've done as well.
Yeah, looking at the power rankings right now on the screen from, going into this race, we had Keith in first, Daniel Biglin in second, Bryce third, Chris Mackey fourth, Tyler Smith fifth, and then Terry Vincent sixth. Terry is definitely going to be moving up the rankings this next week, potentially taking over one of the top spots. Chris Mackey is also going to be moving up after a really good race. Chris Mackey's got some good stage wins that have kept him up there. Bryce Keegan might be losing some spots in the order. Same thing with Justin Mummel. Tyler Cadd has been very consistent. He is going to be moving up. So we'll see some big changes in the power rankings following this race into next week. I'm excited to kind of keep showcasing that throughout the season. Just something extra for these drivers to look at besides their overall points to know where they fall in the list. So after a very eventful eventful race at
Yes, sir.
Road Atlanta. Thank you all for watching the Chop House Restorations 100, brought to you by that roofing company down in Georgia, from Chris Mackey. If you're down that way in Ackworth and you need some roofing work done, be sure to hit up Chris at Chop House Restorations. He's gonna hook you up to fix your gutters, your roof, XYZ, whatever you need. This broadcast is from Side Draft Racing League. Thanks everybody for all the love in the chat, following, subscribing, keeping up with the channel throughout our season. We hope to bring you more content before, after, and during the races every single week. This is Andy, Jarrett, and Bubba in the booth signing off. We hope you guys have a great week, and we are going to be coming at you live next week. Looks like our next race is going to be, hold on, let me get that cleared up. After this one, we're going to be going to Richmond next week for a 250 lapper.
Andy, who's your number one? Who's your number one at Richmond? Who are you taking?
Pick to click. I'm going to go with Keith Fallon.
You're gonna go Keith?
Yep, pick to click.
I think I'm gonna go Mackey. I think I'm gonna go Mackey instantly.
Ooh.
Just one to go. I think Mackey's gonna have a good one. Who do you got, Bubba? Just before we sign off.
Let's go Tyler Cadd. Little insight, said he's good at short
Richmond?
tracks.
All right,
Richmond.
I like it. Very nice. Well, folks, it's been a long 2.5 hours. We're going to get going to bed. I know a few of us have to work tomorrow. I know a few of you folks at home kind of sign off early before the end of the race. So hope you guys can watch this one back tomorrow, see how your driver did, and have a great rest of your week. This is The Booth